we're live. Hello. Hello to no one. Kind of a random time to go live, if I'm being honest. So hopefully someone is out there. Hi. Oh, thank God, someone's here. Hi. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I feel like this is kind of a random time to go live. I don't usually go live in the morning, but I've been wanting to go live again for a few days, and I finally decided to do it. Yeah, I knew people would be asking about the Blonde Ambition tour, which is totally fine. I mean, I don't blame you for asking. I still haven't filmed it. I haven't had a chance. I have been busy and tired and not in the mood to film things. So, yeah, I haven't filmed it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I just want to make sure that I'm in a good headspace, and I don't want to like force a reaction, obviously, when I'm not in that right mindset. So, don't worry, I will eventually get to it. I haven't even watched the full Gaga Coachella set. Okay, I confess, I have watched only the beginning. I've watched up until Shiza, I think, and then I stopped, and I'm like, I should film a reaction to the rest of the set. Should I not? I want to do a reaction to Garden of Eden onward, and I just, again, haven't had a chance, but I really want to. Hi, Julia. See, I didn't see a chessboard thing. I don't know what that is. Good morning, Amin. Yeah, it's morning for me. It's about 10 a.m. So I actually was up really early this morning, which is not usual for me. Okay. My sleep schedule has been so weird lately, but it's now on this schedule where I get up like freakishly early and I go to bed freakishly early. Hey, Sophie, 10 p.m. there. Okay. That's literally the opposite time. Yes, it's Thursday, April 17th. I don't know why I'm telling you the date. It's obviously the same date everywhere. But guys, how are we in the middle of April? I say this all the time, but how? I have not seen the Gaga, the chessboard thing. Okay, now I'm curious about what that is. Yeah, no Gaga Coachella spoilers, please. Not talking about you, but like just in general. Because I haven't seen the full set. Okay, I have not seen the full set. I watched up until Shiza, and then I'm like, I just could not, in good faith, go into Garden of Eden without filming a reaction. I'm like, I want to experience this with you guys. It sounds cheesy, but it's true. I was like, I just can't watch it alone. I need to do this with the people. So I'm hoping to film a reaction from that onward. My thoughts on the couple of songs I watched. First of all, the opening was really cool. I feel like it gave me a lot of context as to the album. Like, it was really cool to see her kind of battling with her inner demons in the first track. I want to say, like, she had all those people under her dress. And the way I took that is like those were her inner demons that she was kind of fighting, but then she was like accepting them. I felt like it went perfectly along with the album, meaning the red, there was so much red, which is probably why people were saying it's satanic. Apparently, people were saying that. I am not saying that, but that's apparently what some people were saying. It was a lot of red. I am not a big fan of red. That's my only complaint, was like it was so much red. But obviously she sounded good as always. Really changed up the tracks a lot, like really slowed them down, which was interesting. I loved Shiza because I had never seen that one live. I haven't watched like all her tours or anything. I need to. I just need to, but I haven't gotten around to it. But I loved hearing Shiza live because I'd never heard that, and it was so freaking cool and iconic. That was definitely my favorite part of the beginning, like the opening. What other tracks did she do? She did Abracadabra, obviously. I'd seen that one, so it was cool, but like I'm really excited for the tracks that I've never seen live. I'm so excited for Garden of Eden. I'm so excited for Vanish Into You. I did look up the set list. So I do know she finishes off with Vanish Into You. I know, yeah, some of the songs she does. I'm so excited for those. moments. The performances I watched were the first, I think, 4 songs. So Abracadabra, Judas, right? Shiza, and it was all a blur, like, but it was like 3 or 4 performances. Yes, the transition from Abracadabra to Judas was oh yeah, Bloody Mary, one of my faves. The transition from Abracadabra to Judas was insane. That was my second favorite thing after the performance of Shiza. A lot of production value, honestly. Like, I watched other people who performed at Coachella, and like, I know Lady Gaga is the headliner. Okay, so she has access probably to all these dancers. Like, she has a huge budget, I would imagine, more so than some other artists. But I'm just gonna say it, like, Lady Gaga is the best with like production value, right? Like, she gives way more production value than the average performer. With that being said, I loved other performances I saw. I really loved Jenny's performance. I watched the full set. I was kind of like half watching it while I did my taxes, real life, but I loved it. I watched part of Charlie XCX's set as well. Those were the main ones I watched. I watched part of Lisa's. Who else did I watch? I watched part of Marina's. I want to watch the rest of it. I don't know. I just need to find the time, I guess. But it was really good. Lorde comeback. Yeah, so Mulan. No, I just started the live stream like 5 minutes ago, so you're totally fine. But Lorde is coming back. Okay, she did a post on her Instagram the other day, and she has a new song coming out soon. Of course, she didn't even give us a date, which is like kind of offensive to me personally. But no, she is coming back soon. It was a very interesting album cover, or like single artwork cover. She's sweating or she's wet or something, which is kind of weird. The song is called What Was That, which is like so vague, and I'm so interested. Oh yeah, Disease. Did she do that in the first 5 minutes? Zombie Boy and Shadow of a Man. I'm so excited for Zombie Boy. I absolutely love that song now. It has grown on me so much. Lisa did great production too. That's very true. The main problem I had with her set was I was struggling to hear her actual voice because there was such a huge backing track behind her, which I understand is so you can hear her and all that, but I don't know. But I liked her set overall. I didn't watch the full thing, but I saw most of it. Yeah, I think Alter Ego, I do love that album. I don't think it hit as hard for me as Jenny's album did live, if that makes sense. Like, Jenny's album live was hitting me on a spiritual freaking level. Every single track. She also brought out some fun guests. And I predicted that Charlie XCX would bring out Billie Eilish and Lorde, and she did. She also brought out Troye Sivan. So that was a fun little moment, seeing Charlie and Lorde strutting the stage together. Sammy asked, was Solar Power good? I liked it. Okay. A lot of people didn't like it. I think because of the success of Melodrama, and they wanted an album that was in that same vein. And so when she came out with almost the exact opposite album, I think a lot of people took issue with that, or like they just wanted it to live up to her previous work and they felt like it didn't. Valid. I like Melodrama and Pure Heroine both a lot more than I like Solar Power, but I enjoyed Solar Power for what it was. And yeah, like, it's not my favorite album from her, but I enjoyed it. At the time, I would say I liked it a lot. I haven't listened to it in a long time. I don't think it's going to age as well as Melodrama has. Melodrama, anytime I listen to it, it's a full body spiritual experience. Okay. It's one of the best albums ever made. Solar Power, I feel like, was more of an album of its time. If I were to listen to it today, I don't know if I would have that same experience. Okay. Oh, Alter Ego. I thought you were talking about... Did I go to Coachella? No, girl, I wish. Okay. You probably saw my title of this and you thought that I went. Unfortunately, no. I don't know if Coachella would be my scene. If I had the money, I totally would go just for the experience and like just to like people watch and that kind of thing, and also for the music. Like genuinely, I would like to go for the music, but I don't know if it would be my scene. It's also hella expensive, obviously. I don't have that kind of money. Maybe in another lifetime. I wonder if Lorde's new music is going to give more solar power or melodrama and pure heroine, or if it's going to be completely different. From the snippet, I feel like it's going to be very melodrama. Someone said it's kind of like Supercut. I feel like it's going to be melodrama or its own thing, obviously. So yeah, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be solar power. If I'm being real, I am praying it's not going to be solar power. I'm just ready for like a new thing. I'm ready for a new era. Oh, thank you, Mighty Elf. I like your username. Dance Floor Darling Infinite Disco. What is that? Is that a tour? I don't know what that is. Am I excited for Marina's new album? Yeah, I am. Cantissimo. It has grown on me a little bit. Like I'll bop to it. It's not my favorite song. I stand by everything I said in my reaction, to be completely honest with you. Like it's just my opinion. I know a lot of people like the song, which is totally fine, but my opinion, it's not my favorite track that she's released for the album. So yeah, I'm excited. I would say I'm cautiously optimistic. I've actually been listening to Cupid's Girl quite a lot over the last few days, and I've really been enjoying that. So yeah, I would say I'm cautiously optimistic. Did I listen to Addison Rae's new song? No, I didn't even know she had a new. Wait, are you talking about high fashion or aquamarine? I have done a reaction to I've done a reaction to aquamarine and high fashion. They're both up on my channel. So yeah, she doesn't have any other songs outside Diet Pepsi, which I didn't do a reaction for, but I enjoy it. It was definitely a grower. I feel like her type of music that she's doing right now, it's not the thing that I'm usually in the mood to listen to. I definitely think it works. Like it's cool stuff. And I would be intrigued to hear the whole album because I feel like it's going to be very cohesive and work really well together. It's just not necessarily like the stuff I'm listening to all day, every day. New music tomorrow. Oh my God, it's already Thursday. Bluebird by Lana Del Rey is coming out at midnight tonight. I just can't keep up. I can't keep up. How am I supposed to film Blondie Ambition Tour when there's all this other stuff going on? And the Gaga reaction, Coachella. You feel like Lorde's new album will be like melodrama, but in the day? Okay. I see that. I know some people said Solar Power was like the daytime album. And I actually think I said that in my reaction. I'm actually quoting myself. Solar Power feels like the daytime, obviously, and melodrama feels like the nighttime. Also, Solar Power is a summer kind of vibe, and melodrama, I feel like, is maybe more fall or winter. So I definitely vibe with what you're saying there. I think that's a good... Wait, headphones on. Sorry, I'm all over the place. What is that? I have heard of it. Is that her other snippet that she released? I thought the snippet was What Was That? But are you saying it was headphones on? Because if it was headphones on, then that's the one that I'm referring to from her TikTok. Yeah. Have I reacted to 143? No, I won't be doing a reaction to that album. Yeah. I just decided I'm not gonna listen to it. So yeah. Am I still going to be doing a series? Yes, the series. I still have to film the freaking video. Okay, I haven't even filmed it. I tend to wait till the last minute to do things. If you hadn't noticed, I like to procrastinate. So I'm hoping to film it soon. I mean, it's going to be a shorter video, I would imagine, because it's only going to be like 5 songs, a music video. So I imagine it will be quicker to edit, and I'm hoping to get it up by the end of this month. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This made me laugh. This made me laugh. Headphones on is Addison's new song. Okay. See, I'm so slow with these things. I used to be like on top of the new releases, and now I feel like I'm so slow. Mariah the Scientist. That's a fun name. I thought you were talking about Mariah Carey, but you're saying a different artist. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get around to that, to be honest. But thank you for the suggestion. I do appreciate it. I love the name Mariah the Scientist. That's so fun. Why is she a scientist? Now I'm curious. See, I want the blonde ambition reaction to be worth the wait. You know, I don't want to rush into it and give you guys a half-assed reaction, right? Duh. Thank you to the person who's sending hearts. I'm like, thank you. Oh, thank you, I always try to pronounce the names that I absolutely butcher. Rodriguito, I'm so sorry, but I'm sending love right back to you in Brazil. Yes, why is April like the time where everyone starts to resurge? I guess because it's the beginning of the year and it's spring and everyone's kind of in a good mood because the seasons are changing and summer's coming. Everyone's like, let's listen to some music. And then everyone just starts coming out of the woodwork. I also just follow too many people. I follow too many artists. And I'm going to have to start paring it down and not following as many people because I just can't. Yes, this is the thing. There are so many music coming out. It's becoming, I'm not reading this correctly. It's becoming confusing. Headphones on is Addison's new song. And we also have Lana and Lorde. See, Lana and Lorde, if you don't know this, if you're new to my channel, they're two of my favorite artists of all time. So their resurgences are very dear to me. I'm going to be following closely. Same thing with like Marina. Those are like the artists that I'm going to be super closely following. I don't know if I'm going to have a chance for Addison. I really hope I do, but I'm not following her as closely now that there's these other things coming out that are pulling my attention away. That's just the real truth of it, you know? Like Lorde, I obviously, along with so many of you, have been waiting for my reaction. Waiting for her album for years. Waiting for her album for years. I actually reacted to Solar Power, but it was a long time ago. So I have no idea if it's a good video, but it is up on my channel. So shout out. Yes, I saw that Katy Perry went to space. I've been living for the memes. I'm going to be honest. The memes are so freaking funny. The videos, the parodies. It's funny. It's funny stuff. Are you liking the new music from this year or last year more so far? Definitely this year. I have loved the music so far this year. I've been so overwhelmed with how much I've just loved every single freaking thing. Knock on wood. Obviously, I'm always nervous that I'm going to jinx it. But I've just really been loving it. Like, I love Gaga's album. And I've been listening to that a lot, like more than anything else. And I love a lot of the different singles from different artists that have come out. So, love you, OG Rick. Hi, Brazil. Love you, Mangoon. Just like, expecting Katie to say, yeah, she didn't sing E.T. I was laughing at people who are like, oh my gosh, like you had one opportunity to sing E.T. in space and you didn't. Yeah, see, we do need a Christina Aguilera journey or something Christina Aguilera. Trust me, at some point, I'll do something. People think, oh, this is a good theory. People think all the girls are getting their music out before Taylor releases. Yeah, yeah. What? There's been talks of Bruno Mars making an appearance this weekend. That wouldn't be shocking. But Gaga is also rumored to be dropping a new song called Dead Dance. I love that title. Why does that go perfectly with the album? Zombie Boy, Kill This Love, or Kill for Love. Dead Dance. My favorite song of the year so far, it's probably Born Again by Lisa, Ray, and Doja Cat. Absolute banger. The one that I've probably gone back to the most of any song so far this year. I mean, I had it on religiously, like, and full body experience every time I listened, that kind of vibe. So yeah, I love it. You skip Solar Power. It's worth a listen. I mean, I would listen in summer or like spring. I definitely wouldn't wait like until winter because it will not hit the same. Go to the beach if you live near one and listen to Solar Power at the beach. You will have a great time. I've never listened to it at the beach, but I imagine it would go really hard. I saw that Wendy's clocked Katie. I was shocked. I'm like, you're a whole brand. How are you just gonna like make a public statement saying that Katie should have stayed in space? If you didn't see, Wendy's, the official TikTok account, said that Katie should have stayed in space. I was shook. I was shocked. I was aghast. Oh yeah, I saw that. She showed the set list. I mean, you just can't ignore the irony of her coming back to space and being like, this is not about me. Like, this is about everyone. And then her showing her set list in space. Like, there's irony there. I'm sorry. Taylor will release a new album soon. And she probably will. She probably will. I wouldn't put it past her. Sorry, Ryan Swift Whisperer. I think you're in the minority. A lot of people seem to really like Christina and want me to check her out in some capacity. I got to know you because of your Madonna reactions and I'm addicted to them. No pun intended, right? Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying. More to come at some point. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is there Gracie slander? Why? Does it ever feel overwhelming to have so many people want you to do reactions to your faves? I feel like it must be cool, but overwhelming. Yes, it is cool, but overwhelming. Like, I get very overwhelmed, mainly when people are like very demanding. Like, I have no problem with people saying, hey, can you please react to this? Or like, hey, I would love to see a reaction on this person. But when people start treating me like I'm not a person who has a life, like I'm not a human being and just saying, I'm waiting for this, like, being very demanding, being very like, that's when I get overwhelmed and kind of frustrated and have to like take a step back. That happened a few days ago. Someone left a very like short kind of curt message about how they were waiting for more Madonna. And I'm like, I just can't. Like, I am already trying my best over here. So yes, that is when I get frustrated. But overall, I don't care when people like just are excited about like a reaction or asking me for things. Like, it is really just what you call it? It's an honor, that people want my reactions, and it often gives me an idea of what people want. Like, if a ton of people are saying we really need a reaction to this, it gives me a better idea of what I should film if I'm on the fence about reacting to a certain thing. So it is very helpful at times. Hi, Jean. Hi to France. Oh my gosh, I wish I was in France. Yes, Doing Time by Lana Del Rey. Absolute masterpiece, might I say. Underrated, is it? Did Katie respond to Wendy's? I didn't see that. Yeah, girl. Born Again Supremacy. Hey, Raven. Ava cut her hair. I did not see Ava's. I didn't even know she was at Coachella. I didn't see it. I didn't know she cut her hair. That sounds kind of interesting. Oh, true. Food brands on social media is a new phenomenon. You can tell the people running the account are Gen Z. That's very true. They have definitely changed how they interact. Like, you'll see brands commenting on the most random reels ever, like just these random funny reels. And it's like, why are you here? Thank you, Mulan. And that's where I'm at in life. I'm like, if I'm not fast enough for you doing a reaction, like there's other people you can watch. But like at the end of the day, I'm giving more content than a lot of reaction channels do. Like, not to be annoying, but like I make a lot of freaking content. So not to go on and on about that, but uh thank you, John. I'm glad you're enjoying. Um I have no idea if they watch the videos or not. Um Yeah, I don't plan these lives really. I mean, I've wanted to go live for a couple days and I finally said, screw it. I'm just going to do it. I just want to say Lorde popping up on Coachella was refreshing. Yeah, it was. It made me miss her. Like hearing her voice again was so nostalgic. It also made me think of the meme where she literally shushed the entire audience. You probably know what I'm talking about. I can't stop thinking about that meme now every time I see her. Um, Hi, Mariah Carey Lamely. Thank you for joining again. I always see you in here. um, yes, it is a compliment, and sometimes people probably don't realize how their message comes across. So try to take it with a grain of salt at the end of the day, I guess. Taylor is taking a break after the tour. Yeah, as she should. As she freaking should. I mean, I am just like, this girl needs to sleep, eat, live her life, do things that are not creating for other people. I am sure she's exhausted. And I am very patient to wait for whatever because I know that she probably needs a tremendous break. Um See, that's insane. Like that's insane, truly. Just because they weren't reacting to a certain person, you're going to dox them? Like anyway. Ava Max. Oh. Okay, I'll have to watch Ava Max's Coachella set. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. Yeah. Can't complain too much. Same old, same old. Have I ever listened to Kate Bush? Only her one song that was in Stranger Things. I fully only know her from Running Up That Hill, but I love that song, so I definitely have it uh as a possibility for the new series that I'm doing. Um so I've only watched part of Gaga Coachella, Mateo. I've watched like the first 4 songs up until she did Shiza, I think, and then I stopped because I'm like, you know what? I want to film a reaction at some freaking point if I can find a minute to do it. But like, I want to film a reaction to Garden of Eden to the end of the concert that I didn't watch. Because I felt like I wanted to experience it with other people virtually. So yeah, I am hoping to do that. I haven't seen any of the performance besides the first 4 songs. So I'm so behind, but I will get to it at some freaking point. The idea of sitting down for 2 hours and reacting to something is just like tiring to me right now. Like, I don't always feel like that, obviously, but like just the last few days, I felt like exhausted by that. So I'll get to it eventually, but Writer in the Dark, love it. Amazing song. Yes, I'm the same way. Are you a fellow video editor? Because you get it. I could have the most simple video of all time and I will make it so complicated for no reason. And it's like, why? Mariah Carey in the chat. Paprika Pringles. Wow. They must be spicy. Yes, I want to do more Janet. Yes, I do. Yeah. And I like the idea of doing like song reactions with the music video for that because it's a shorter video. And I think it's so vital for me to not just do long form content because that's exhausting to do that all the time. So I like the prospect of having a series where I do like song reactions. Not to say I won't do an album reaction from her, but I think it's important to have that balance. You know what I mean? That's why I like doing song reactions sometimes because it's like short. um, Sending love. I love this question. Could you rank your 5 top pop singers? Sorry, I still have a little bit of spring allergies. Not to make last time I talked way too much about my spring allergies. I'm not going to do that today. Number 1 is Taylor Swift. After that, I don't know if I could rank them like in a specific order, but I could give you like my tops, I guess. So, Lorde would probably be on there. Lana Del Rey. This is where it gets dicey because there's just so many. I have to like look at my Marina, Madonna, Ariana. These are all I'm shooting things out. I'm not saying for sure whether they are or not. Rose, Halsey, Billie Eilish, Gracie Abrams, Olivia Rodrigo has to be in there. Olivia, yes. Who else? This is just hard, like, because there's certain artists that I like certain aspects of their artistry more than others, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. Melanie Martinez has to be in there. Has to. So we have Taylor Swift, we have Lorde, we have Melanie Martinez, we have Olivia Rodrigo, and I'm already running out of room. Do you understand my problem? Like Aurora, she's not a pop artist though, I guess. She's like alternative. Lady Gaga, duh, has to be in there. So so I'm already out of space and I'm like, where's Billie gonna go? Where's Marina gonna go? There, I guess they are my like Billie, Marina, they I guess would be my honorable mentions. I feel like I'm forgetting someone and I'm gonna regret what I said. No, I haven't filmed Emotions by Mariah Carey, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm excited for Madonna's new album. Every time she posts on Instagram, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's happening. And then it's not, but. Does reacting to music make me feel burnt out? Have I ever thought about reacting to other things not music related to cleanse my mind? Unfortunately, the idea of reacting to other things besides music just makes me feel more stressed, like reacting to a movie because of the copyright issues and because of how long I know I would be filming and editing. Like movie reactions are no joke. I don't know how some people get them out so quickly. So that's something that unfortunately stresses me out instead of making me feel like it would cleanse my mind. Yes, it absolutely makes me feel burnt out and I have to take breaks. And sometimes I get to a place where I'm like, if I have to listen to like not have to listen, but if I listen to one more freaking song, I am going to explode. Luckily I haven't felt that recently, knock on wood, but I sometimes just listen to too much music to the point where I'm like, I cannot hear another song for like 2 weeks. So it definitely does burn me out, but I enjoy it or else I wouldn't be here. Anything can burn you out, right? So that doesn't mean it's a negative thing. It's just like anything can burn you out. How do you feel about Marina's new songs after some time listening to them? Butterfly is definitely my favorite of the 3 and the one that I've listened to the most. Cupid's Girl, I've actually been listening to more frequently over the last few days. I do really like it. It's a really cool song. I don't feel like it has the replay value that I got from Butterfly, but I still like it. And then Contissimo, I'll listen to it. I'll bop. It has its moments. I stand by everything I said in my reaction at the same time. Like, it's probably my least favorite of the 3 singles if I had to choose. I just feel like there's something missing for me. That's my personal opinion. You can totally disagree. But for me personally, I feel like there's something missing and I can't put my finger on it. But if you don't think about the lyrics too much, I think that's like the key, is to just not overthink it and just kind of bop around, and it's a fun time. So I don't know. I guess I have mixed feelings. Like, I don't hate it by any means. I've listened to it a few times. Which artists do you view as the true ambassadors of the bubblegum pop genre? I am not the person to ask about this because, as we know, I don't have that much history with like listening to a lot of different artists that most people seem to have listened to. Like, not to be that person that's like, I'm so different, I haven't listened to them. But like, I haven't listened to some artists that are very mainstream. But the people that come to mind for me when I think of bubblegum pop, Carly Rae Jepsen is like the number one person I think of. Mainly her album, like one of her first albums, Kiss, I think it was called. And then Marina, she definitely does some of the bubblegum pop and is really fun in that regard. Bubblegum pop. Ambassadors though, like I don't know who. Let me know. Oh, I love that. Will I ever react to Bruno Mars? Probably not. I think I've listened to quite a bit of his music. I'm trying to remember. I loved the album Unorthodox Jukebox when I was younger. Fun fact, I owned it on CD and I would listen to it in my little Walkman. As far as his other songs, I've heard like Locked Out of Heaven, all his iconic songs, right? I'm looking him up because I'm like, what have I heard from him? Oh yeah, he had that album 24K Magic. I think I heard some of the songs off it. I don't know. I'm not like a huge listener of him, but I've heard some of his stuff. Oh, he has Silk Sonic, right? And then he came out with Fat, Juicy, and Wet. I'm like, what are we doing here? What is the trajectory of this music right now? Kate Bush, Lana, and Florence. Why does that those 3 artists like work so well together? Like, they're in the same atmosphere. I mean, I haven't heard much of Kate Bush, but I can imagine from the one song that I know, that just makes sense that you would like all 3 artists. Mandy Moore. Is that girl from... Is that girl that was in the show Us or whatever that show was? I'm getting her mixed up with someone else. What's your all-time favorite Madonna song? I don't know. It's hard. I'm so bad at picking like favorites of anything. I would say one of them is Deeper and Deeper. That's a song that I appreciate more every time I listen to it. So that's definitely up there. Yeah, I would have to reflect, but it's a good question. Oh, good question, Raven. No comment. Wink, wink. Domestica Lorde has not returned yet, but she did an Instagram post where she says she has a new song called What Was That? Coming soon. Yes, Alia, she's returning. She's here. Demita Joe, my favorite. They said you're my fave white girl on this app. Well, thank you. So I'm guessing you're a Janet Jackson fan. What are some artists you're excited to listen to for the new monthly series? I would really like to cover Prince. I'm really hoping to check him out. He won't be for the first month. Like, I already have the artist plan that I'm doing for April. So maybe May or sometime I would really like to check him out, get a taste of him. I'm sure I've heard some of his music. I just don't know how much of it I've heard, I guess, or like what songs are by him. I don't know a whole ton about him right off the top of my head. Like, I know Purple Rain, and that's about it. Like, I'm very uncultured, okay? I am. But I would really like to get into him more because Lady Gaga has been inspired by him, and I really love the song Killa. It's like grown on me a whole ton. So I believe that was inspired by Prince. So I would really like to check him out. Other people, someone said Alanis Morissette. I thought that was a really good idea. That would be someone I would be curious about because I know she's a songwriter to her core. And I love singer-songwriters. I love people who make their own songs so much more personal, so much more honest. I live for that. So she would be someone I would be interested in checking out. Oh, okay. Insta DM me. Yes, I did see that Aurora is coming out with a deluxe version of What Happened to the Heart. What Ariana Grande do you feel the most? I cannot even read. What Ariana Grande album did you feel was the most personal to you? The most personally that I was able to connect to the most? I don't know, girl. Because I haven't been in a lot of like relationships in my life, so I feel like she writes a lot about love and relationships. I can't necessarily relate to a ton of what she talks about in that regard, if I'm being completely honest. So I don't know. I think my favorite albums from her are without a doubt Thank You Next and Eternal Sunshine. Those are like my two like favorites. So yeah, I don't know if they're super personal. Like, I can't necessarily relate to every single song, but I love both of those albums so much. I guess Thank You Next, maybe. Pink Floyd. I've heard good things. Obviously, they're very popular. My friend in high school liked them. The Beautiful Ones on Butterfly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, it is a Prince cover. Yeah, unfortunately, it's one of my least favorites on the album. Yeah. But I haven't listened to his version. So, do I plan to listen to Justify My Love or Rescue Me? Yeah, I should at some point. I just don't know how to work those songs I haven't heard into the tour and music video reactions. Like, yes, Raven, I saw Charlie's part of Charlie's set at Coachella, and I did watch where she brought out Billy, Troy, and Lorde. And I was hoping she would bring out Caroline, and she did not. I can't say I personally needed Addison Rae to come out. I didn't really love their collab for that album, but Caroline would have been cool. I would have loved to hear her sing live. I've seen some performances she's done live, and she is like on a different level. Like, I'm pretty sure she's not fully human because the way she's able to like make her voice sound like a robot or like it's auto-tuned is crazy. Oh, Killa is more of a David Bowie vibe. That's another person I would be interested in checking out a little bit from, David Bowie. Yeah, I would be interested. Another person I really only know, Ground Control to Major Tom. Would I ever react to Britney's standalone singles? What singles? I thought I'd done all her music. Have I ever heard any of the solo works from the Spice Girls? No. I've barely heard anything from the Spice Girls, let alone their personal. Like, I had no idea they all went solo. So, no, I'm very uncultured, if I'm being honest. Modern Love by David Bowie. I like that title. Have I watched Beyonce's Coachella performance? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. What artist were you most surprised you discovered through YouTube? I guess Madonna, because I never thought I would like her, and now I do. So yeah, that was pretty surprising. I'm surprised I've done so much from her. Like, I've gotten so into her, you know what I mean? Like, it's quite a commitment. I don't think people understand, like, doing not only like album reactions, but like music videos, tours. It is so much commitment to one artist. And that's why I can't do it for every single artist, and I won't do it for every single artist. I physically can't. I would have to be like 12 different people to make that much content about, like, so it's really saying a lot. I've done so much from her and looking forward to more. We have so much more to uncover. I mean, the freaking music videos, I barely scratched the surface. Okay. So yes, we have much more to uncover. It's just so much of a commitment. Like, but yeah, it's fun. She's a lot of fun to cover. She's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I'm afraid of Americans. Me too, David Bowie, and I'm American. Beyonce Coachella. I'm sure it is the best performance ever. I'm sure it is. I would like to go to the Cowboy Carter tour, but I had to choose one artist to see live this year, and that's Lady Gaga. Unless I get tickets to something for my birthday or Christmas or something, but I doubt that will happen. So I am seeing Gaga live, and that's basically it. My current album of the year. Oh my Lord, what even came out this year? Oh, it's Gaga. It is. I know I'm biased, but I do really love that album. I mean, bias honestly means nothing to me. Just because I like an artist doesn't mean I'm gonna say that their album is my favorite of the year, obviously. So it is Gaga. It is. So someone asked, was Gaga worth it? I also want to go to one of her concerts. Yes, I saw the Chromatica Ball tour back in 2020, 2022. It was amazing. You need to see her, like, if you can, obviously. If you have the means, it is absolutely worth it. Obviously, I haven't seen the new tour, but I am so excited, and I feel like it's going to be on a different freaking level after seeing just the opening of Coachella. It's going to be a whole spectacle. Do you know Kim Petras? That is one I'm hoping to do for the new series, because everyone tells me I should listen to Kim Petras. I haven't really listened to much. So yeah, definitely a possibility for the new series. Mel C. I've heard of her. You wanted to go see. Wait, what's MBT? Oh, the Mayhem Ball. Wait, the Mayhem Ball tour? She's gonna tour next year? Yes, Ticketmaster was hell. It was terrible. Period. Like the super expensive tickets, and they weren't all even good seats, was insane. Like there were $300 tickets that were like obstructed view. They were like behind the stage. I'm like, why are you charging that much? That should be like $5 because you can't even see her. Curious if the labels always know beforehand if an album will be a big hit. That's a good question. I would assume they have an idea, like they have their hand on the pulse of the industry, okay? And they're like, this is going to be a hit or this isn't. But obviously, I'm sure sometimes they're just dead wrong. Hi, Yango, Yuki, and KRBR. No, I didn't know Charlie was supposed to collab with Ava Max. That's another person who's going to release new music. Ava Max. Thank you. This is my favorite lipstick. Thanks, Women's World. I try. Kim Petras is Dr. Luke's collaborator. Why are people still working with him? I don't understand. Like, in my opinion, there's so many producers you could probably work with. Like, not even just famous producers, but people who are really talented at producing. Why? Why are we still working with Dr. Luke? I just don't understand. Like, there's so many other people you could work with. I just never understand this. Oh, you got to see Lady Gaga at her Las Vegas residency. I'm kind of jealous because, like, I am not a jazz person. I actively dislike jazz music, but I like Lady Gaga singing in that style. I think it's very impressive and very interesting. And I would have gone to her jazz residency and probably had the time of my life. I probably would watch Lady Gaga do anything if I'm being completely real. I would probably watch her like sing any type of music and just be like, ah. So that's where I'm at in life. Thank you, dude, and Dudandify. I don't know when the next one's coming, but I'm hoping to film it soon. I just want to make sure it's worth the wait and I'm in the right headspace to film for 2 hours. The idea of sitting down for 2 hours recently is just very daunting to me. I don't know why. I'm sure I'll get there at some point. I just need a break. But I'm glad you are enjoying the Madonna reactions. I am as well. Would I consider reacting to more unknown, obscure artists? I just have so much going on already with the artists I'm covering. So, I mean, the whole point of my new series is hopefully some of the artists I react to will be more unknown or obscure. So that's, I guess, the hope of my new series. But a lot of the artists that people suggested are also well-known artists that are, yeah, like very popular. So I guess it depends. What I'm hoping to do it random selection. That's what I did for this time around. I haven't filmed it yet, but that's how I chose the artist for this month. So it all is up to the wheel. And I think the first artist I cover, it's definitely not like a super mainstream artist. I don't think. I think they're relatively unknown. I actually don't really know, but I know it's not like Prince or David Bowie. Okay. Hi, XYZZY. Zizzy. Why do the worst people have the most hit songs? Like, why? No, but it's true. There are very talented people who also are like terrible. And yes, I have no interest in certain albums from Kim Petras, like Slut Pop. It's just not my thing. So, but yeah, I would maybe one of the other ones. I don't know if I'll do a full album reaction or just some songs. I don't know. I didn't see any comments defending Dr. Luke, but I believe you. And what is the world coming to? What is my favorite? Oh my gosh, it's SZA. Hey, SZA. What is your favorite album currently or album of the year? My album of the year is probably Mayhem by Gaga. Like, I'm biased, but I'm also not biased. Like, I will be honest if an artist has released a piece of work that I don't vibe with. You guys know that. So I have really grown to love Mayhem a lot. I would say there's songs that I vibe with more than others for sure. Like, there's, in my opinion, some songs that I almost always skip. And then there's some that like I have to like are just like the best freaking things I've ever heard. And if you saw my ranking, you'll kind of see that laid out. But yeah, that is probably my favorite album so far this year, all in all. And part of it is just like my undying affection for Gaga. But aside from that, I do love the album. My album right now, it would probably be that, because that's the main album I've been listening to in full, other than like standalone songs, if that makes sense. When I watch Gaga do ASMR, um, no, I don't really watch people do ASMR unless it's like I watch some wordless ASMR. Like, I like people rustling through bags and stuff. It sounds weird, but I like the ones where they like rustle through bags. I don't like talking ASMR or any type of like whispering or like pretending to do my hair. No, creeps me out. No hate if that's your thing, but it is not my thing. Sorry, I just remembered Spring Breakers featuring Kesha. I actually kind of liked it. It was a vibe. Yeah, I think you're saying it was good. I liked it. Oh, thank you, Johnny Blaze. I like your name. That was a fun video, and I look forward to hopefully doing more from her. What do I think of Katy Perry? There's nothing that's off topic here, honestly. These live streams are very much just fly by the seat of my pants and talk about whatever comes up in the chat. Other people have like scripts and stuff for their live streams. I'm like, that could never be me. But all due respect to people who do that. What do I think about Katy Perry going to space? So I actually have a close relationship to someone who works for Blue Origin. That's all I'm going to say about that. But so I know kind of about I guess I have support and love for what Blue Origin is doing because of that person in my life. So I'm not here to like hate, but I definitely think I don't know. I guess I think it's a lot of money for people to just go to space because they're a celebrity, like, and then to come back down to earth and say, I'm an astronaut. Like, I'm so sorry, you're not an astronaut. Like, you're just not, objectively, in my opinion. You are not an astronaut for going to space for 3 minutes. That is my personal opinion on the matter. I think it's very expensive, obviously, and I don't know, like, it's like, if I had the money, would I do it? No, probably not, because I would be too scared. I don't know. I guess I'm just loving all the memes and I'm loving all the parodies because I think it's so funny. It just is so freaking funny. Yeah. I guess I'm taking it all as like kind of a funny thing to like a funny moment in pop culture, just to be honest. Greetings from Poland. Hello. Is Grimes on my list? It was one of the ones that was suggested, so it's a possibility. I have heard her music though before. So she won't work for the new series because the whole point of the new series is to listen to people I've never even lent an ear to before. But I have heard some of Grimes' music, okay? And it's really cool. And I don't know that at this point in my life I would be in the mood to listen to her. I think I was more in the mood in like high school, college. That was kind of the time to maybe listen to some of her stuff. But I think at this point in my life, I don't think I would have the ear for it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, I should get into MJ maybe. I don't know. I obviously he's an icon and he has some songs that I really like. But I feel like I'm not always in the mood to like listen to his voice, if that makes sense. He does have a very like high-pitched voice and it's just not always the thing that I'm in the mood to hear. So, I don't know if I would fully be able to vibe. I think I would have to be in a very specific mood. So, it's a possibility. Obviously, he's an icon. That's undeniable. How do you know the album's good, Scarlett? Would you react to Doja Cat's new album that's coming out soon? It's really good and similar to Planet Her. I'm guessing you're meaning that the singles leading up to the album drop are good. Possibly. Yes, possibly. If it is like Planet Her, yes. More of a possibility than if it was similar to Scarlett, I would probably say no. But yeah, definitely a possibility. Tate McRae collaborated with Morgan Wallen. Why does this feel like a Mad Libs? Like, what? I don't like Morgan Wallen. I haven't forgiven him for when he said the N-word and then blamed the fact that he was drunk. I will never forgive him for that. Maybe that's petty that I won't forgive him, but I just think that's like inexcusable. I mean, so I have never forgiven him. I don't like him as a person. I also don't listen to country music. So, and I don't, I like Tate McRae, one of her songs. So I guess I don't have any opinion other than I just don't really like him at all. And so I don't like seeing his name anywhere because I just think, ugh. That's what I think when I see his name is just, ugh. I love watching your live. Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoy. He might be controversial because of the allegations that were made against him, which I honestly don't know if those were true or not, but like I don't know. I don't know. But that was definitely controversial. Also, people think he's still alive and faked his death. So there's that. Okay, I think I can say I have a Magdalena Bay album reaction coming. Whoop, whoop. I recently listened to Magdalena Bay's album. Something about a disc. Something about a disc. Yes, Imaginal disc. And it will be coming in the next month, let me just say. I don't know when I'll get it edited because if I'm being transparent, if I react to Gaga or the Blonde Ambition tour, I will prioritize editing those videos because they're more highly demanded and I just need to get my ass on those videos if I'm being honest. But I am looking forward to sharing my Imaginal disc reaction in the next month or so. Yeah, I'm excited. So, okay, if you're just joining, I haven't watched the full Gaga set. I've only watched the opening up until Shiza, and then part of it was like I was too tired to continue watching because I'm like, I want to be able to fully appreciate this freaking cinematic ass moment she's giving us. So I'm like, I can't watch the full thing right now. And part of it was like, I just couldn't press play on Garden of Eden without sharing that moment with you all. So I'm hoping to do a reaction for majority of the Coachella set from Garden of Eden onward as soon as I have a chance. I haven't had a chance yet, but I want to. Why? Why? And this is what's concerning about certain parts of every fandom. certain fans will just defend anything blindly because they don't want to believe that the person that they've always placed on a pedestal could ever be imperfect. And I've done this with different celebrities before too. I've like placed them on a pedestal, and then when they do something wrong, I'm like, but you're supposed to be perfect. It's fucked up, I know, but I've had that thought process. And but defending something like that, like that's something you just can't, not that you can defend other things that are bad, but like that's just something, there's no defense for it. Like I don't know. Have you seen Gaga Coachella yet? Oh, I just explained that. Yes, it was Imaginal Disc. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm behind. Hi, the one. Thank you, Women's World. I really appreciate you saying that. Anytime someone says take your time, I truly do appreciate you guys saying that, because I can feel so pressured, and like I never want to pressure myself, you know? When I take my time, that's when I make better content anyway. Have I watched Coachella, Lisa? Yeah, I watched part of it. It was really first of all, production value. Okay, it was a gorgeous set stage. She looked great. The one complaint I had, and this is not just for her, like this is not personal to her, but like when the backing track is so loud that I can't hear them actually singing, and that's kind of the problem that I had with her set, and that's why I didn't watch the full thing. There were moments that I could hear she sounded good, but I just hate when the backing track is so loud. Yes, the set designs. Yes, yes. They brought 2000 stages back. Yes. Like, people need to take notes from Lady Gaga's production design. And all I saw was the first 4 tracks with all the red and all the dancers like underneath her giant skirt. That's all I saw. And I'm like, people need to take notes. Like, if people want to be successful as like an artist like Lady Gaga in that dramatic of a way, like take notes. I haven't listened to Bonnie McKee. Addison Rae's debut is coming out June 6th. I didn't hear that. That's the same date as Marina's album. So we'll see how busy I am. But like, I want to listen to it. I just feel like at some point I'm going to have to like prioritize artists that I really closely follow over artists that I follow less closely, just based on how much time I have in my life. So I want to listen to it. I probably will. There's a 99% chance I will listen to it. Okay. But the 1% is there. Okay. You think if you're going to a concert, you would like a heavy emphasis of performance rather than vocals. That's a fair point. I mean, it all depends on what you want out of a performance. I guess I like to hear the singing. Like I would say that's a big percentage of what I like from a concert, is just hearing how they sing it live. Hearing that they can sing live and that they're not just like faking it is so important to me. So, but that's my own personal preference, and I understand wanting a different kind of experience. Because obviously the drama and the theatrics are important as well. Like if you just stand there and sing, sometimes it can be captivating or it can be really boring, depending on the artist. Have I reacted to any Christina Aguilera albums? No, I haven't reacted to Christina at all. I would be interested in covering her in the future. Yes, Tanner, so many new songs to keep up with. Bluebird by Lana Del Rey also comes out tonight at midnight. I just don't even feel like we're in a new Lana era. Like, it feels very surreal. I don't know why. I think because it feels like not as many people are like tuning into this era. I could be making that up. I have no idea. I haven't like looked at the charts and like the numbers and stuff, but it just feels like not as many people are like paying attention. I think that's why it feels weird. I don't know if that makes sense. Addison's headphones on sounds like it's from Bedtime Stories. That's what people are saying. Although I think I just need to release my expectations when I go into a new song, because I expected Aquamarine to sound like Ray of Light, which it did. It did sound like Ray of Light-esque. But I think I just need to like go in with fresh ears and not have like any expectations. But yeah. Oh, Nathan, I'm not gonna do a reaction to Selena's album. I'm sorry. I did a community post kind of on my thoughts, but honestly, a lot of it was like, so I filmed my reaction to Selena's album and I watched it back and I just didn't like my energy. I felt like I came across as kind of negative, even just from the beginning of the video, like before I'd even listened. I'm like, I don't want this energy to be the energy that I put forth. So I was on the fence about whether or not I should actually edit it and post it. And then when I did the poll and everyone said, nah, we're good, like we don't need your reaction, that's when I was like, okay, it's just not meant to be for a video. And so I did a community post explaining my thoughts if you're curious and want my review of it. But yeah, I didn't really vibe with it super heavily. I know a lot of people love it. It didn't really do it for me, if I'm being completely transparent. Thank you so much, NJ Creates. What do you create? Okay, vitamin B queen. Yeah, we've kind of talked about it. I mean, yes, we have talked about it, but if you're new here, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the I watched the first 4 songs and it was really cool and it was production value for days, and I'm hoping to react to the rest of the set because I want to share, especially like the Mayhem songs. I would like to do a reaction of those performances, share that moment with you all. I did like Lisa Cella. Yeah, she looked good. The set was insane. The set was honestly insane. I didn't see the full performance, so if I'm not talking as much about it, it's because I didn't see like every single thing. I did watch Jenny's Coachella set in full. Absolutely loved it. I think because the songs were just hitting so hard live. So like even if there were moments where she wasn't singing and like it was more about the performance, I was just vibing to the music so heavily. But I was kind of half watching it because I was doing my taxes. So yeah, but it was a vibe. Like to do your taxes and watch Jenny at Coachella, it was a vibe of a lifetime. I've seen everyone really like Selena's album. I know. After I filmed my reaction, I'm like, oh, like certainly other people had my opinions. And then like I saw what people were saying and everyone seemed to really like it. And I'm like, okay, clearly it's just me, like it's just me over here. Now, obviously, I'm sure there are other people who agree with us, but yeah, I just felt like it was forgettable. I'm sure if I listened to it more, maybe it would hit for me or something, but who's an artist I really want to put out new music this year? That's a good question. It's hard to even feel like there's an artist that I haven't heard from in a while because it feels like the pop princesses have been keeping us all fed. But I mean, Lorde, even though she is returning, I'm so happy she's returning. She's one of my faves. And I'm so looking forward to a new era from her. I really hope it just serves. I guarantee it will, because I feel like she doesn't really miss. And part of the reason she always hits, at least in my opinion, is like she spends a lot of time working on the music. So it's better than people who put out music very quickly, in my opinion. I mean, we will see if Lorde's new era serves, but it better. That's all I have to say. Just kidding. But Arca, I've heard of them. I love how you said, are you open to listening to Arca? I think you might not enjoy her discography. I thought you were going to say you will enjoy her. Honestly, I just don't have time at the moment. I was wondering if you would check out Kate Bush. I'm hoping to cover Kate Bush for the new series that I'm doing. Copyright. Oh, okay, guys. This may mean that I can't do a reaction. Copyright for Coachella is being crazy, which I would imagine. But if you guys remember, I did that reaction to Beyonce, Cowboy Carter Live on the Super Bowl. And if you remember the freaking filter I had to put over it, I didn't want to do that. I think some people think that I filter my videos just for like shits and giggles. No, I do it for the copyright. And I had to put a crazy filter over it. And someone said that it made them dizzy. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh, shoot. I was not trying to make anyone lose their lunch over my reaction. So honestly, I don't know if it'll work out for a video because I don't want to lose so much quality of the performance that, like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to lose, like, if you can't see anything, what's the point of me reacting? So I might just check it out on my own. I don't know. This sucks. This sucks. I would like to do a video, but I don't know if it's worth all the copyright hell. Copyright is hell. It is. It is. So don't hold me to the Gaga Cella reaction. Maybe I'll watch the full thing and then immediately do a live stream where I talk about it. How would you guys feel about that? Like a live stream review immediately after watching. Do I listen to rock music? I dabble in, like, I would say mainly indie rock, not like rock. Like, I'm not over here listening to AC/DC, but I've listened to like Mitski, who does indie rock, very chill vibes, like compared to what you're probably referring to. Or what's another indie rock band? Oh, like Avril Lavigne. She has some rock music. Demi Lovato. Like rock, pop rock, indie rock adjacent music. And that's kind of how I felt about it. Underwhelming. Like not bad. Not bad, just underwhelming for me personally. I haven't seen the Brighter Days short film. I know. Tanner, that's kind of the hope behind my new series. If you're not familiar, I'm doing a series where I react to an artist I've never heard of, or I've never listened to before, every single month, like one artist per month. So the goal is to do kind of a mixture of smaller artists and bigger artists, hopefully. Like, I don't only want to do the artists that are super huge and famous, but I also don't only want to do smaller artists. So I'm hoping to find a good mix. I'm sorry if I like ruined this song for you. They said, by the way, I totally see your point with Marina Cantissimo that the classical violin intro and outro should have been part of the song. Thank you. Now I can't sorry, that was like a weird way of saying it. Now I can't unhear it. I am sorry if I ruined that song for you. But yeah, I think because the intro is so freaking cool, whenever I get into the rest of the song, I feel underwhelmed because she set me up for such a moment. Maybe if it didn't have that setup, I would like it more. I don't know. I don't dislike the song. It's just not my fave. What's up with Kali Uchis? I don't know. She performed at Coachella with Jenny. She sounded great. Would it get copyrighted if you streamed it? I don't know how I would do a live stream reaction. And yes, it would still get copyrighted, unfortunately. I literally played 5 seconds of a song one time on a live stream and I got copyrighted. Riddle me that. Yeah. check it out and then make a video after with screenshots. I like that. I could like, oh my God, you know what I could do? I could do a PowerPoint presentation. I could like screenshot moments of the tour as I'm watching and make a PowerPoint presentation. That would be so extra, but I could. Is that too extra? Am I a Swiftie? Yes, Nathan, I am a huge Swiftie. I've been a Swiftie ever since I was a wee lass. Ever since I was like 13 or 15, so it's been a good 15 years or something. Yeah, she's my fave. I have so much emotional attachment to her. It is probably unhealthy. And I am known in my personal life by everyone around me as the girl who likes Taylor Swift. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But every year for Christmas, I get something Taylor Swift related, like that kind of vibe. If someone doesn't know me very well, they're getting me Taylor Swift something for Christmas because that's all they know about me. Okay. Did anyone know that Coachella is a city and not a festival? What? Oh yeah, like it's part of the desert. Like it is the desert. I don't know. Oh, John, I can't really film a reaction to Lisa Cella. I mean, I've already seen most of it. But Gaga Cella, I barely saw any of, especially after looking up how long the set list was. I was like, oh my gosh, I barely scratched the freaking surface. I have to grab my charger really quick. I'll be right back. I hope that's okay. I'll literally be right back. I'm here. Don't leave. My charger, my computer's on 5%. I'm here. Oh my gosh, I'm here. Is my cat here? Maybe I can introduce you guys to my cat. She was, my cat was under the bed earlier, but she left. Or she was under the covers on the bed. If you saw a random bump, that was my cat. Why am I out of breath? Thank you, DJ Swizzle. And thank you, Big Baby Poodle. The way you say Contissimo is getting better and better. Thank you. I loved your reaction to Eat the Acid by Kesha. Thank you. I don't even remember how I reacted, so I appreciate that. I should rewatch that moment. No. Yes, I've considered making a Patreon. Yes, I have. I have. It's something I'm still considering, and I'm not sold on doing it yet. I guess that's the best, most concise way to explain it without going on and on. PPT. What does that mean? Oh, PowerPoint. Yeah, with a music background. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel like I should do some sort of video on it. Like, even if it is just a synopsis, my thoughts, my opinions, or whatever. I know it's not the same as seeing my facial expressions, but honestly, my facial expressions when I watched it were just like, I was just staring at the screen. Like, I don't know how interesting that is, but I wasn't like, oh my God. I was like, oh, thank you, Big Baby Poodle. Honestly, I don't have much of a skincare routine. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have much of a skincare routine. I would say now I have one. I do it pretty infrequently, and it involves, I don't even know what the brand of the products is. I think it's Clinique. Yeah. I use like Clinique stuff. And I have like a 3-step skincare routine. I do it very infrequently. So I don't know how I've been blessed with good skin. I do think I have pretty good skin. I don't know. Hopefully it lasts. We'll see. But I really appreciate you saying that. Can you pitch it up and speed up the video? It would probably stop the copyright. You know what? I just had an epiphany. There was a guy who used to do reactions to like reality TV, okay? And it would always get copyrighted. So what he did is he put a filter over the video and he sped up the video and would just watch it. And then he wrote a note in the video saying, all you have to do is put this video on 0.5 speed and you will be able to watch it normally. So as viewers, we would just go into the YouTube settings and put the video on half speed and we would be able to watch the reaction normally. Maybe that will work. Now I have things to think about. I would just have to not pause and talk as much, which I like to pause, but I would try to shut up and just watch. Oh, thank you, Wendell. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hello, I found you a few months ago reacting to Mariah's album. I'm obsessed. I love your vibe and the way you are deep and also easy that you make your videos. Thank you. That means a lot. I hope Lisa I hope Lisa brings in her features as special guests. Yeah. Wait, who did she feature again? Future. Oh, and Tyla, right? Yeah, that would be cool. So I keep forgetting there's a second weekend and they're just gonna, I don't know if it's gonna be the exact same sets or what. Like, I don't know how this works. I don't really know how Coachella works. Alia, do you listen to Haim? Yeah, I do listen to Haim. I would say I'm not like a religious listener of them. Like, I really respect and appreciate them. I don't always love their sound personally as something that I vibe with, but I think they're extremely talented. I really love their album, Music and Women Part 3. That's definitely like my favorite album from them. The new singles, Relationships, I like it. I haven't been listening to it a whole ton, but I think it's pretty cool. It's not really my vibe entirely, like sonically. And then they came out with another single, and I just straight up did not vibe with that one at all. So, but I only listened to it one time, so I don't know. But I respect the hell out of them. They are incredible live. I think their music hits way more live than it does in the albums. Like, they were made to perform live, in my opinion. Yes. Oh my God. Wait. Not Aurora trying to kill us with a 6-minute song. That's rude. I haven't watched The Last of Us. Whatever you do, you must have. Yes, I know I do have to watch the rest of Gaga Coachella. That's undeniable. Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. OMG, did you just solve the copyright mystery? Well, we will see if it actually works because, for instance, I watched this one creator who does movie reactions, and the way that she avoids copyright is she flips the movie around so that she flips it horizontally. So it's like backwards, but it's not really backwards because you're still getting the storyline. And that works for her to avoid copyright. But I tried to do that with a Madonna live performance, and it did not work for me at all. It still was blocked. So we will see. Wow, I really appreciate that. Whenever people say that, like, I usually don't watch reactions, but I watch you, it means a lot to me. I'm like, it really means a lot. Tons of YouTubers make stops during the reactions to avoid the copyright thing. Yeah, but the problem is people just get mad at me when I pause, which, like, I can't live to please everyone, but like people just get so mad. Doja, Ray, Rose. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Doja. I need Doja, Ray, and Lisa to do a performance of Born Again more than anything else in the world. Like literally more than anything. Rosalia would be cool too. Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, Rapunzel. Let's get it. Rapunzel live. Oh, thank you. Blackpink is growing on a world tour. I know. I would totally go if I had money. I would go if I had more money. You could always do a live watch along. A live watch along. Yeah, it would still get copyrighted, unfortunately. Sorry. Why are they emailing me stuff? I had a job interview the other day and they're texting me and emailing me about it. And I'm like, I wasn't expecting to hear back this fast. Oh my gosh, I got the job. I got the job that I applied for the other day. That's exciting. It's another job working with kids. So, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, if you don't know, I don't do YouTube as a job. Like it's kind of just a hobby, personal passion project, all the P words, passion, personal project, employed. So, yeah. What I do is I have a job where I work with kids, not really work with them, but like I just watch them. And then I also do video editing for another guy. So, that's some people ask about like my background and my job. This is not my job. Although I get, a little bit of money from it, but not much. But what really is a job at the end of the day? I spend a lot of time on my channel. I spend more time on my channel than I do at my real job. So, thank you guys for all your congrats and little ding, 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 ding. Yes, copyright is a curse on humanity. No, don't even get me started. Like, I can't even express how much stress it causes me sometimes. Like what was the video that it was like, I had to try, The Eternal Sunshine, Brighter Days Ahead. It kept getting blocked for literal, like, songs that were not even in the video. Like, it would have the song title listed as what it was getting blocked for, and it was not a real song that exists. It was so bizarre. And I had to try so hard to avoid copyright. And what's ironic is that once I posted the video, like once I uploaded the video again, I'm pretty sure all the copyright blocks went away. It made no sense. I'm sorry. I'm not explaining it well. And also, you kind of have to like experience it to understand what the hell I'm talking about. So just know that video was a pain in the ass to get up. But it's fine. It's not fine. Copyright is terrible. Who are my top 3 pop girlies? This is just so hard. Like, there's different artists I like for different things. Like, Lorde is one of my favorite artists of all time, but she hasn't released anything recently, so I maybe don't have the same affection for her that I do Lady Gaga, who just had a giant album come out. You know what I mean? But if Lorde drops some bangers, she's going to be number 2 on my list. It kind of ebbs and flows, okay? Number 1 is always Taylor Swift. It just always is, because I have an emotional attachment to her unlike no other. Lady Gaga, yes, she's on my top 3, at least right now, at this moment in time. Who's be number 3? That's so hard. I don't know. I always try to answer these questions and I'm like, I can't think about it. All right, I can't like decide. Get your coin. The queen is back. She's returned. She's not back yet, but she will be back soon. But the title of the song and the album cover have me intrigued, because why are you dripping? Why are you wet? Are you sweating? Or did someone just dump a bucket of water on you? Does this correlate to the song meaning? Or is it just a random art like album cover that you thought looked cool? Also, what was that? What does that mean? Did you hear a bump in the night and now you're wondering what was that? Like I'm so intrigued. I love interesting song titles. Okay, I want to get on stage and do a TED Talk and just say, I love interesting song titles. I'm so sick of forgettable song titles. And what was that is a great song title because I'm never going to forget that. Exactly, big baby poodle. There are better ways for YouTube to deal with copyright because no one, like Madonna does not need any money. Taylor Swift does not need any money. I'm so sorry. Like, if anything, she needs to give money away so she doesn't have billions and billions of dollars just sitting there burning a hole in her pocket. Oh, thank you, Fred. We are friends. I view you guys as my little friends, even though we've never met. I choose to believe you're an amazing person who I would totally vibe with in person. Period. Oh, thank you. I'm probably not going to live stream my reaction. I think it will get blocked and yeah. Well, I don't know. I will definitely consider it. 22:45, that's 10:45. Okay. Gabriel Henrique. Am I going to transcend I need to check out Mariah live. I have some saved in my watch later from her Tokyo Dome because that's the one that most people tell me I need to react to. So I definitely want to check those out at some point. I don't know when that will be. I'll probably do a few more albums first just so I can like really have a grasp on her music. And then at some point or another, I'm hoping to react to those. Yes, I have heard the snippet of What Was That from Lorde. If you don't know, Lorde posted a snippet of the song on her TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, so it wasn't until someone sent it to me over Instagram DM that I saw it. And I was like, what is going on? This is news to me. I knew she was gonna come back soon because she's been teasing something for like eons, but I wasn't sure that it was actually happening in real time. Yes, I heard it. It's really reminded me of Melodrama. And so I am excited because that is my favorite album from her, along with Pure Heroine. I actually think Pure Heroine is really underrated. Oh, by the one. Is it going to be, my question, if anyone knows for sure, is it going to be the same set list and performance as this past weekend, or is it going to be different? Because I would want to see the first one first. Maybe I could watch that over the course of the week and then do a reaction live to the new one. I'm thinking, could I somehow be watching the performance off camera so you can't see it, but you can see my reactions, my facial expressions, whatever, my thoughts, while you are also watching it at the same time on your own device? Is that something that I could do? See, I need like a manager or something to like help me figure this shit out. Oh, have a good breakfast. Yeah, there's no ethical way to be a billionaire. I don't disagree. I think if you're a billionaire and aren't giving back your money to the point of not being a billionaire, like if you're a billionaire, you should be giving back so much that like you aren't a billionaire. You know what I mean? What I don't trust is when people are billionaires and then they're trying to get more money. And yes, I am talking about Taylor Swift. Why are you doing 10 different variations of the vinyl when the last thing you need is more money? Like you could stop working and probably never work again and be fine, right? Am I missing something? So yeah, I will call Taylor out all day for the fact that she does that. I have no problem doing that, but yeah, I could do that. Someone the same performance? Yeah, that's true. How could she do 2 separate Coachella sets when it's that involved? Like, she obviously had to have so much rehearsal and preparation for the performance. You're telling me she did that 2 separate times with 2 completely different set lists, and no way, Jose. Now that I think about it, you're absolutely right. There is no way in hell that she is doing 2 separate performances, 2 different choreos. How would you even memorize that? You're so right. TTPD deserve better music videos. Say it louder for the people in the back. Say it louder for the people in the back. What did we even really get? What videos did we get? We got I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. It was cute. I mean, it was cute for what it was. And then we got Fortnite, which, like, I loved the aesthetic of it, but I didn't really like the music video itself. So I am absolutely in agreement. Okay. I think we deserved more. And we also didn't get many music videos. Are those really the only 2 we've gotten? I feel like I'm tripping and like forgetting one. Oh, you don't understand English? Shoot. How are you understanding me right now? Or are you just here for the vibes? I don't know. Or maybe, yeah, I don't know. Most people have a slightly different. Okay. So it might be slightly different. We'll see what I figure out. The show is so technical. Exactly. It's so technical. Yes, I do think it's possible she would like remove or add like a song or 2. Like if she releases a new single and she debuts it at Coachella, she'll remove one of the tracks in order to fit that in. But I don't see her doing a totally different set list. You know what I mean? Some reactors will show themselves reacting to the video without showing the video. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I have seen people do stuff like that. Like I watched someone react to Marina's single Butterfly and they were watching the music video, but they didn't show it at all. And it was still enjoyable to watch because I had seen the music video. So I knew, I couldn't know exactly what moment they were watching at any given moment, but like it still worked. Like it was totally fine. So why am I like doing this face so much? I don't know. Hi Lucas. Did I listen to The Flood by Aurora? I started to listen to it. I should probably listen like to it in full. Yeah, I've listened to like the first little bit of it. I haven't like sat down and like intentionally listened to it. Thank you. Yeah. I will call out artists all day at times for different things. Like, yeah, the vinyl variations. I don't understand. Also, her merch has been notably terrible over the years. Absolutely awful. Like, and that's not probably all her fault. Like, I think there's a lot that goes into that. But I've found her merch to be awful over the years. I do think it's gotten better, in my opinion. Like the recent merch has been actually something I would purchase. And like I own plenty of her merch. Like I have some of her concert shirts and like I own one of her cardigans. So like it's not all awful, but I think in general it's been very lazy at points. And like for the amount she is charging, that's unacceptable. Like if you're going to charge $40 for a white shirt that has like your faded image on it, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Have we talked about the Kesha, Katie, and Wendy's drama? I don't know about the Kesha drama, but we talked about the Katie and Wendy's thing. How Wendy called out, or Wendy's literally responded saying Katie should have stayed in space. I couldn't believe my eyes. That is just so unhinged. And then apparently Katie responded, but I did not see that. Alone, TV, lights out, headphones. You do need headphones to watch the Gaga Coachella. I tried to watch it with my mom, actually. without any headphones because I was watching it with my mom, obviously. So I had to have it playing out of my laptop and I could not hear properly. I was like, I need like fully locked and loaded, like headphones on, volume all the way up. I need to hear every single syllable. And even listening with my headphones, I feel like it was hard to hear. And I don't know if that was like the set, like, I don't know if it was like the acoustics. I don't know. Gatekeeping. Taylor has been gatekeeping Rep for too long. Yeah. Yeah, she has. She has. I have grown really tired of people, like musical artists who tease something over the course of like literal years and don't drop anything. Namely, this was like a long time ago, but Charlie Puth, I don't really listen to him, but like at the time I was a fan of him and I was waiting for his new album and he kept teasing it for literal months and not giving us anything. And then he finally released it like God even knows how long later. And I was like, I'm over this. Like, I'm just over it. It just don't tease it. Or I don't know. Like, I just don't like that. I will say with Taylor, I feel more patient because she has given us so much and she deserves a break and I'm not going to like rush her and stuff. So I kind of see it differently. But like when an artist just keeps teasing something and not giving anything, I lose interest because at some point I just can't keep like following just to be let down. So it honestly backfires in my opinion because I'm so sick of it. Like I don't care anymore because I'm just like, when it finally comes out, I'm past that. I'm like moved on. um, oh, there is. I didn't listen to the full thing yet. What's my least favorite Taylor album? The Anthology, easily. I don't hate it, but I find it to be very for me it's unnecessary. Like I don't need it in my life. And that's maybe different for other people, but that's my personal opinion is like I don't if it were to disappear off the face of the earth, I would not miss it. um Yes, I completely agree with this. Merch has become increasingly more and more boring and is lacking creativity. Why is it that all merch is either the most boring, uninspired thing you've ever seen, or it's really whack and weird and like over the top to the point that no one in their right mind would wear it? In my opinion, those are the two ends of the spectrum, and there's not a lot of merch that's like tastefully done where it's like just something cute that you want to wear or like, you know what I mean? It feels like it's so bad. It's like either one or the other, in my opinion. I'm so sorry you lost the Mayhem Ball war. That was no joke. Um, okay, I probably need to watch Lisa Chilla in full because you're mentioning some things that I definitely did not see. I did not see Born Again. I did not see Elastigirl. So I need to go and watch that again or watch it in full. Yes, I loved the intro. Yeah, I watched Dream. That was really pretty. The Thunder intro was really cool. I'm trying to think what else I watched. Maybe I didn't see as much as I thought I did. You know what I did? I kind of scrolled through it. Don't kill me, but like I kind of scrolled through it because I was trying to see if like we were going to hear the vocals or if it was just going to be backing track. And when I didn't see that there was a lot that felt like vocals, I kind of just like didn't watch the full thing. So I need to go and actually watch it. Okay. Is my mic choppy? Oh, shoot. Okay, keep me updated. Is it getting any better? I didn't do anything. Like I didn't change anything. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, I'm glad it got better. No, I could definitely hear Gaga singing during her performance. Um, I guess it wasn't her voice I couldn't hear. I think it was just like maybe the mixing of the instrumentals or something with the instrumentals. I felt like it was a bit hard to hear. But it was fine. I think I was just being picky. Okay, Lisa Cella clips are already posted. That's good because yeah, like I tried to find the Gaga Cella live after a few days and it was gone. So someone actually graciously sent me a link. And so that is how I will watch the rest of it. Oh, Cosmin. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know why it took me so long to ever go live, and then now that I'm live, I can't stop going live. Okay, I'm excited to see her perform Born Again, obviously. I need to see that. Yeah, I saw that she was singing and rapping live, at least, when she wasn't dancing or something. Which was refreshing because I have seen performances where she fully lip syncs. And as I've discussed, I hate lip syncing. I hate it. No matter the artist, I can't stand it when they do that. So unless they're like doing some crazy routine or something, but like if they're just standing there and lip syncing, I find it so disrespectful to the audience because you're paying to see this person or, so, but I was pleasantly surprised, honestly, to see that she was actually singing. So that's why I do want to watch it in full. And yeah, I mean, I guess I wasn't surprised to see her singing live, but it was like, okay, thank God she's not doing the lip syncing thing. Is it really common in K-pop? I don't know. I remember I asked my friend who loves K-pop one time. I was like, how do they like perform and dance and sing all at the same time? Like, are they lip syncing? Because I know some artists do that. And she was like, no, they're not. Like, she was very adamant that they aren't doing that. I mean, I'm sure it depends on the artist and the instance. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, because it is crazy to me that someone could be singing live and also doing the types of choreo they do. I'm like, you think they would lose some quality, but it always sounds so clear. So it's always made me question whether it's lip syncing or not. I mean, obviously during the music videos, like they're lip syncing, but oh no, not my mic. What's going on? That's probably true. It's very visual based. They focus more on appearances and dancing than live singing. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I would assume it's different for different artists. I have no idea. I'm not the expert, but I mean, there's probably certain bands that prioritize it more than others, I would imagine. Just like in regular, like any other genre. You know what I mean? That's there's going to be there's some artists who almost every single time I see them perform, they're lip syncing. And then there's artists who I never see them lip sync. Lady Gaga being one. I don't think I've ever seen her lip sync, which makes me respect her so much. Because she always does that. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry if I sound robotic. What is going on? I'm not even doing anything. Crackling. I probably have to go soon anyway to eat my lunch. Yeah, it sucks when to not know if things are real, especially with the amount of technological advances we've had. It's hard to know if anything's real, with live performances from artists, even if it sounds it can look like they're actually singing the song, and then you can like if you slow down the footage, sometimes you can see that they're lip syncing because their like lips are off from the actual song, but they can look so convincing sometimes. So I'm not a robot, lol. Literally. XG. Oh, that would be cool. I don't know if I know enough of their music to fully appreciate it. Like I prefer knowing an artist's music before watching them live. That's just always how I've been. So I don't know if I would know enough of their stuff to really appreciate the set, but worth a chance. Yeah, Gaga never lip syncs. I know in an interview too, she said, I never lip sync. Yes, I fully agree. Like, she doesn't overuse the backing tracks, but it's like, yes, 100%. And I just have undying respect for that. Like, even Taylor Swift has lip synced on occasion. I don't think I choose to believe she doesn't lip sync a lot, but I have seen performances where she's clearly lip syncing. So. Oh, so I was waiting for Charlie to come on to Coachella. And everyone in the comments was saying, no one cares about N hyphen. And I was like, what does that even mean? Which is like disrespectful because like, that's not nice to say no one cares about them. Obviously people care. They were just excited for Charlie. But I was like, who are they? But okay, they're a K-pop group. Yes, I do think if you're full on doing a dance routine or something, I guess like I prefer it when an artist just fully stops singing and does a dance routine rather than like pretending to sing. That's just my personal preference, I guess. But yes, if they're doing like a full on dance routine, I can understand sometimes you might have to lip sync. But if you're sitting there, like standing there, as you said, I think it's unacceptable to lip sync. That's my personal opinion. Like people are paying to see you sing. So that's my personal preference. People might disagree with it, but yeah, I think like when the entire freaking concert is lip synced or when the entire performance, that's where I take issue. Not like if bits and pieces are lip synced, that's kind of different to me, I guess. Anyway, I saw your reaction to Henry. Come on. Thanks. Love it. Kind of random question, but my favorite song from Ultraviolence. For a long time, it was Florida Kilos. I don't even know if that's a fan favorite. Like, I have no idea. Looking at the track list now, I don't know. It's such a good album. With Lana's music, I always have a hard time picking favorites because I just think her albums, like, the songs are all very like consistently good throughout. So it's hard to like pick one single song, if that makes sense. I do like Brooklyn Baby, Shades of Cool. I think I like that one a lot. West Coast. I think I prefer the first half of the album to the second half. Like Fucked My Way Up to the Top, Old Money, The Other Woman, Black Beauty. Those are all like those would not be my favorites in comparison to the first half. Oh, thank you, Alfred. Sending love back to you in Germany. I would listen to Taylor just talk about her lyrics. Yep. Yeah, can she just do a tour where she like just talks about her lyrics? She for every album, or at least a lot of her albums, has done voice memos. I'm sure you've heard them where she talks about her process writing the songs. I've always really loved those. I wish she would do more of them, but I understand like they're kind of an extra little addition for the album. Like she's not going to do it for every single track, but I love her talking about like how the songs originated. Would you ever consider reacting to a Grimes album? Not at this point in time, simply because I'm so busy with other things. Also because I think like I listened to a few of Grimes' songs back when I was in like maybe high school or college, and they were really cool. They were really good. But I think I've maybe outgrown that kind of sound for right now. So I don't know that it's something I would be jumping to listen to at this point in my life, to be transparent. But never say never. I never ever say never. But just to be honest, only artist I'm okay with lip syncing is Britney. I've been to a bunch of her shows and the choreography is insane. I'd give anything to see her live again. Yeah. That's so, to be honest, that's one of the reasons I haven't reacted to Britney live. I think there was one performance I tried to react to, and I was just like, she's not singing, which I understand, like, everyone has different preferences when it comes to that thing, but I guess I don't know what to say about the performance when I'm not even, like, hearing the vocals. So I don't know, maybe I could try to, like, go in with a different mindset and, like, accept the fact that she's gonna be lip syncing and just try to focus on the choreo and almost see it as, like, a performance rather than, like, a vocal session, if that makes sense. So, I don't know. Never say never, but that was one of the reasons I haven't covered her live. I haven't seen the Ava Max performance on Coachella. Do you have a favorite concert experience? I love this question. Yeah, I have a few that come to mind. Probably the most nostalgic and like the best memory is my first concert that I ever went to, and that was the Speak Now tour from Taylor Swift. It was so magical. So kind of a backstory, I guess. This was my first concert of all time. I was like 13. I went with a group of my friends, and we had nosebleed seats, like very, very high up. And I'm afraid of heights. So I was like full on having a panic attack before she came out because we were so high up. I felt like I was going to throw up. It was a terrible experience. But as soon as she came out and like the actual concert began, all my anxiety washed away. It sounds cheesy, but that's exactly what happened. Like all my anxiety left. I was just focused on how freaking magical the concert was. It was such a magical performance. Even though we were super high up, we literally had binoculars to try to see her. But like the energy, right? The lights, the people, like it was amazing. And so I will always view that night so fondly. Like one of the best nights of my life, probably. Um, so that one. And then also Lorde, seeing Lorde live, like just blew all my expectations out of the water. Like I went in with very not limited expectations, but I just went in being like, I don't know what this is going to be like. And from like the choreography, the dancing, she had some background dancers, was absolutely beautiful. She sounded amazing, like immaculate vocals throughout the entire thing. I have so much love for that experience. I also had a similar experience with Maggie Rogers where it was just like I felt like I was watching an angel perform. So that was also a really good concert experience. And Chromatica Ball, that was really amazing too. Just seeing how Lady Gaga can sing live while she's actively doing choreo. And again, like no lip syncing. I just have so much respect. I know not everyone is capable of doing that, but like she is. And that just like made me respect her so much more, even more than I already did. And she's so versatile with like doing the bops, and then she'll go right into the piano ballad. It's just like amazing. So yeah, I love concerts though. I kind of have I don't know if it's an addiction. I don't think I can be categorized as that, but I do love concerts and I go to a lot of them whenever I can. Although I haven't been going to as many recently. That's true. Britney could have been forced to lip sync. Yeah. I mean, who knows what she was forced to do, right? I need to read her book. I need to read her freaking book. I've had it for so long. Are you going to Coachella? I'm not going to Coachella. I wish. No, I realize my title of this live stream may have been misleading, but I just wanted to talk about like the fact that I watched some of Coachella. So like I watched Jenny's performance and it was amazing. I definitely wanted to talk about that and just be like, it was amazing. And then I watched part of Coachella, and it was also amazing. And I'm hoping to watch the rest soon. I don't know if there will be a reaction or not, but I obviously have to at least watch it. Yes, I need a duet of Gaga and Taylor on How Bad Do You Want Me? It's not a want, it's a need. Like, oh my gosh, if she brought out Taylor to Coachella, I know she won't. Taylor's a busy girl. Like, there's no way Taylor's gonna go to Coachella. Just she's so busy. But I would not make it through. Oh, Mariah's Tokyo Dome concert was during her Daydream era. So you've already covered the necessary albums. Okay. Yes, but I will definitely keep that in mind. Yeah, hard to know what order I'll go in. I'm really looking forward to Emotions. I don't know why. I just really like the title of it, I guess. I have a lot of emotions. Oh, hi. Yes, you are 12 hours different from me because it's noon here. So, Keshi? Wait, was he not featured on Camila Cabello's album? I hate clickbait. Side note that no one asked about, but yeah, I hate clickbait. It's the normal YouTube experience to mislead videos with titles, lol. Gaga as a feature on Reputation. Wait, I don't know what noise that was, but can she please do a vault track and feature Lady Gaga? I would actually never ask for anything else as long as I lived. Oh my gosh, Ayla, color me jealous. I'm going to Warsaw next month for a festival, and I'm going to see Chapel, Charlie, and Marina. What a trio. What a lineup. I hope you have so much fun. I saw Chapel live at a concert. I saw her live back in July or June of last year. It was very trippy because, like, obviously she's a huge artist. She's like one of the number one pop artists right now, I believe. But I saw her at a relatively small venue. So it was like just kind of odd because it felt like, how is this mega star like performing at this venue? I would like to see Marina live. Like, if she goes on tour, I would be interested, but I don't know if I can afford it. And I don't know if she'll come near me because, yeah, I don't know, but I would be definitely interested. And Charlie, I regret not seeing her on the Sweat tour. I think it would have been fun. I liked Lisa's set. From what I saw, I liked it. Yeah, as I talked about this earlier, so if you've been here for a while, sorry if I keep repeating myself, but if you're new, my main problem with Lisa's set was just how loud the backing track was, which isn't necessarily even her fault, but it's just like, I hate when you can't hear fully because of the backing track. So I just wish it had been toned down a little bit so I could hear her genuine voice, because her vocals sounded good from what I heard. Right. Yes, I need to watch the rest of it, but I agree. No one's doing it like her. Like, it's just a fact. The live vocals being so clear, so crisp, so on point, on the note, like all of those things, the production value, the dancers, the set is just incredible. And I know part of that is because she was a headliner. So, like, obviously she has more of an opportunity to do it big than someone like Lisa or Jenny. So, like, I'm not trying to compare them, but in general, Lady Gaga is doing it different. You know, she's giving us those performances that very few artists give us nowadays. Like, we don't get a lot of this theatrical, like, dramatic performing anymore. Like, do you remember when Lady Gaga was birthed on stage or whatever? And we don't get stuff like that anymore. Even someone who is very dramatic, like Chapel Roan, it's still just different. Like, it's not the same exact type of thing. Lady Gaga has always been this like provocateur, like, and where is that in today's day and age? I'm just like, where is it? I don't know. I don't see it. Yeah, her Super Bowl performance was so good too. Oh my gosh. Memes, back when I reacted to that years ago. I don't even know when it was. We're coming up on my 4-year anniversary of having a YouTube channel, which is kind of crazy. I think it's this month is my 4-year anniversary. So, shout out to anyone who's been following me for that long. I don't even know if there's any of you out there, but shout out to you if you have, or if you're new, shout out to you too. I appreciate every single one of you. Doja. Yeah, I haven't heard the snippets. You know what? That's a great idea. I will listen to the snippets, and that will give me a better idea of if I'm interested in checking out the new album. Because someone said it's similar to Planet Her, which I would definitely be interested in checking out an album that sounds anything similar to that era. I would be less likely to check out an album that sounds like Scarlet. So. Yeah, admittedly, I haven't seen the full Lisa set, and I need to go watch it, but I don't know if it's up anymore. I kind of hopped around. I need to like watch it in full. I really struggle with watching concert footage on my computer and that type of thing. I've just never been one to really do that because of how like I don't know, it just can be a lot. I think it's like kind of a sensory overload in a way, and you're not even there at the concert. Like, I like going to concerts, but just watching it is just obviously not the same experience. So that's part of the reason I've only watched snippets, you know what I mean? I did go to the Eras tour. I went twice. I went in Chicago and Cincinnati. And one I went with my cousin, and then one show I went with my friend, and we dressed up. I went as Lover for one of the nights. I wore like a pink frilly dress and whatnot. And then the other night I dressed as Folklore, and I wore this like white gauzy dress with like a crown in my hair and that type of thing. I looked amazing, let me just say. Probably have never looked better in my life. Like, I don't dress up like that for other things. So it was really fun to get to dress up. And the show itself, I vlogged the first date. Unfortunately, the footage is not up because it was blocked everywhere due to copyright. So it's lost in the ether, and I kind of regret vlogging it because, as I've stated before, I just feel like it takes me out of the moment. It can be very stressful. Like, you're like, should I get this on footage? Like, should I get a video of this? Should I not? Should I skip this part and just be in the moment? Like, it's so unnecessarily stressful at times. So, but the second night I didn't vlog, or maybe it was the second night that I vlogged, and the first, I don't know. I think I vlogged the first night, and then the second time I went, I didn't. That would make the most sense, right? To get my reaction to like the first night. Yeah. So either way, it was great. One thing that really stands out to me is just how kind all of her fans were. Like, if you walked by and accidentally hit someone, like as you passed them, you were both like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, everyone is just so sweet and like so happy. I felt like I was in my happy place. I was with my people. It was just like immaculate vibes. Okay. And obviously the show was insane, like 3 hours, and it was like a lot to take in. Like, the first night, I feel like I was just like, what am I watching? The second night, I think I was able to like enjoy it more because I wasn't like taking it all in. I was just able to be like, oh yeah, this is like, you know what I mean? Like, I was more in the vibe. So it was great. Yeah, what else? What else? The first time I went, I think, or the second time, it was so hot. I was literally drenched in sweat. Um, So part of that was probably my dress that I wore for the second concert was like heavier. It wasn't the worst thing I could have been wearing. Like both of the dresses that I wore were relatively comfortable, but just with how hot it was, like it didn't help that I was wearing a little bit longer of a dress and I was literally like dripping. I had a cold water bottle that I was like pressing to my face and I was like, it was a lot. And there was no place to go that was not hot because it was an outdoor venue. So even if you went into like the different places, like you were still outside. So that was kind of hellish. But thank God I didn't faint or like no one, I didn't see anyone fainting. Thank God, because there was another show that I think people were literally like passing out or I think people even died because it was so hot. So I'm very grateful that it was manageable. Very grateful I still was able to have a good time. So, oh my gosh, you're a real one. Sorry, I keep switching up topics so abruptly, but uh, I watched your Gaga Bowl reaction 10 times. Thank you. Yes. So this was the part that I have seen, and I need to watch the rest of it. But I saw Bloody Mary, Abracadabra, Judas, Shiza. It was insane. That transition, insane. And then also her doing Shiza, because I'd never heard that live. I think it's been a while since she's performed that. That was so fun. Like, I love it when an artist performs songs that aren't like obviously everyone expects Abracadabra, and she should do that one live. But I love it when they perform songs that like not everyone knows, that like deep cuts or whatever. I live for those moments because I get tired of seeing the same songs performed over and over again. So like Abracadabra, I'm already a little bit sick of seeing it because I've seen it so many times, like from the SNL, and she hasn't even performed it that many times. But I'm ready to see something new. And Shiza isn't even new, but it felt new when she did that. People don't do insane theatrical performances anymore. They don't. I would say the closest artist who's doing the most theatrical stuff would probably be Chapel Roan. I'm not saying she's doing the exact same type of performances because it's different, but she is pretty theatrical. I would say she's the most theatrical performer in the game right now. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Oh yeah. So luckily Koji wasn't spoiling anything because I knew that was the opening. So yes, she's so dedicated to her art. Truly, she's so dedicated. Like, when have we gotten that from? I'm not trying to put down other artists, but like Gaga does it better, baby. She just does. You went as folklore and tried to get a dress that resembled her green one. My cousin went as Ivy from Evermore. So we were kind of like a folklore Evermore duo. It was honestly iconic. I'll see if I can quickly find a photo. Because honestly, we looked amazing. I don't know how quickly I can find a photo though. You know what I mean? I don't want to bore you to tears as oh wait. Did I just see it? Oh no. Pink dress? No. I'm trying to like search my thank you so much for the donation. Also, I love this question. What deep cut from any artist do you wish had a music video? That's a thinker. You guys are a fan of asking me questions that I love the question. I just have no idea how to answer it. Let me look at my like here's what I'll do. I'll tell you what I don't know if you're a Taylor Swift fan, but I'll tell you what Tortured Poets Department song I would want a music video for because we barely got any music videos from it, which I think is a crime. Why do I feel like Fresh Out the Slammer would be an interesting music video? Because I would love to see her in jail, like in a music video. I think that would be fun. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? I need to see a giant Taylor Swift lording over the city, just like King Kong, and then all the people beneath her, like, you know what I mean? I need to see that. But that's kind of what she did for Anti-Hero. So maybe it's kind of been there, done that. What's a non-Taylor Swift song? No one asked this, but what's a non-Taylor Swift song that needs a music video? This is just such a loaded question. There's so many songs in the world that I have the blessing of knowing. Can we get an Apple by Charlie XCX music video? Love of My Life music video. Yeah. I've been fully processing that song for the first time in my life recently. Because okay, it's always been one of my top favorite songs off of TTPD, but lately I've been like really processing how sad it is and like fully processing every single lyric. And it is just such a sad song. Like I could cry just thinking about it. Thank you. I mean, I say thank you like you're talking about me specifically, but yes, we love Swifties. I like to think I hope that most Swifties are wholesome and welcoming. Although some Swifties, like there are people in any fandom who can get out of control, there are Swifties who are insane. But that's any fandom. Has good eggs and bad eggs, has people who are like if you say you don't like a certain song, they're going to try to like punch you in the face, like that kind of vibe. But I do like to believe that Swifties are overall wholesome, welcoming, accepting. I like to believe that. Oh yeah, I heard that. She will be performing at Copacabana May 3rd. Wow, that's coming in hot. It will be streamed live. Okay, gosh dang, I can't keep up. Do I know how many albums I've listened to total? Well, here's what's interesting. Every single time Spotify Wrapped comes around, it always tells me I've listened to like hundreds of albums throughout the year, which I'm like, how is that even possible? But it's because sometimes I've heard singles off of albums, but not listened to the full thing. So that's why it says 600 albums. It's not that I've listened to 600 in full. But it's always like the biggest number that I never see coming. So I'm like, in my entire life, I can only imagine. Ever since now that I have a channel, I don't even know. Like, I couldn't even give you a ballpark. That would be fascinating to like have a list of every single one that I've ever listened to throughout my life. Maybe once I enter the gates of heaven, like they'll have it like it'll be like, you know what I mean? Like it'll give me a list of all the albums I've ever listened to. You know how people say like once you enter heaven, like there'll be like a list of all the people you've ever known, and you know what I mean? If you got me, you got me. Yeah, like is she gonna have Shiza on the set list for the Mayhem Ball? I have no idea. I don't want Mayhem Ball setlist spoilers. I will be avoiding those like the plague so that I am surprised by the tour. I never look up set lists. Like a lot of people love to look up set lists, which like obviously you do you. I don't care. But I have just always been one of those people that I don't look it up. I don't look up anything. I don't look up clips. I actually hated that the Eras tour, like the clips were everywhere before I went on the tour because I had to avoid the spoilers. And I, for the most part, did. Like I didn't really watch any of the clips. There was a couple like outfits I saw, like she posted pictures of that I had seen, but other than that, like I avoided it. Thank God, because it was more fun to be surprised, I think. My friend was literally like looking up the set list while we were waiting for Taylor to come out. Like on the Eras tour, she was like looking it up on her phone. I was like, don't tell me. Ooh. TTPD is my favorite Taylor album. I'm a realism portrait artist. Wow, I've drawn her. Oh my gosh, wait, I would love to see that. Like legitimately, would you send a picture of your drawing to me? You can send it to at Beth Therese Vibes on Instagram. It's at BETH THERESE VIBES on Instagram. If you have a picture of it, send it my way. I would love to see that. I have so much respect for people who can draw people. Period. I can't draw a stick figure to save my life. Okay. Is that your job? I'm like kind of like wowed by that. And I like TTPD. Yeah. Would have loved an enchanted music video. Yes. Yes. Meanwhile, for me, most of the Swifties I know are insane. Wow, really? Yes, there is a very passionate subsection of Swifties that are like, I think as I've gotten older, it's just too much for me. Like when I was 15, I was probably just as hyper as all of the rest of them. But, you know, once you get to a certain age, you're like, okay, you start to chill out a little bit. Like, and I still love Taylor, obviously. I have like merch and like Taylor related things all over my apartment. So I'm very much still like a big fan, but I guess, I don't know, I've like calmed down a touch. This is kind of what I was trying to put into words, but I couldn't. Every fandom has fans that love the music, artist, and others that just want to win. Yeah, exactly. I've never known how to put that into words, but I feel like you did it. Like some people just love the music, they love Taylor. That's fine and dandy. And then there are other people who are like, they're almost like trying to, they're like viewing it as a competition almost with the other fans. And it's just so stressful. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could add up all the reactions I've done, and that would at least give me an idea of how many albums, like a starting idea of how many albums I've listened to over the last 4 years. Wouldn't be my entire life, but it would be something. Because I would say I've reacted to like 90% of the albums I've listened to over the last few years. I haven't listened to a whole ton that I didn't do a video for. So it would at least be a starting point. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Warren. Shout out. And thank you for your donation. Or a music video. I relate to that, Warren. I have a lot of artists that I'm like interested in. So, and obviously once like I've started reacting and people give me suggestions, I'm obviously just listening to more music than if I didn't have a channel and was trying to like get inspiration of who to listen to off Spotify. I would be listening to a lot less, I would imagine. I think I would actually spend more time listening to the same albums. Like I would probably have streamed certain albums more. Like it would be, I'm not explaining this well. I wouldn't be listening to as many albums, but the albums that I did listen to, I would be listening to a lot more, I think. That makes sense. I made some digital art for Folklore and Evermore. Oh, you don't like it as much? I feel you, though, because sometimes when you look back at old art you've done and you've grown as an artist, it's like painful to look back. Like, it's like when I try to go watch my videos from 3 years ago, I'm like, what was I even doing? Like, who was that? That was not me. I genuinely feel like I'm watching a different person just because like I just was you evolve and you change and you know. My favorite Taylor Swift album, I was reflecting on this recently because I've said it was Midnights, but I just don't know. Like, I'm having a whole identity crisis where I'm like, is it Midnights? I think it's Midnights, Red, like my trifecta. Midnights, Red, and then that's where it gets dicey. Like, I don't know what the third one would be because I love her albums for different reasons. Like, I love Fearless. I think it's so underrated. Love Reputation. I love Lover. I'm a lover. I'm a lover. Yep, I just said that. Speak Now is not one of my favorites. I don't know if that's unpopular, but it is not. Her debut, I love her debut, but is it my top 3? No. Realistically, it can't be. Evermore, Folklore, I do like, but I don't know that I could put them at the top 3 status. Like, I consider Folklore to be her best album overall because it's so cohesive. The storytelling's amazing, that whole vibe, but I am very rarely in the mood to listen to it. And if I'm not in the mood, I'm bored by it. Like, it's that kind of music for me where, like, if I'm not in the mood for it, I'm just bored. But when I am in the mood for it, it's the vibe. So, I like Evermore, but I can't put it that high. And TTPD, I feel like is just a bit hit or miss. Like, I don't think overall I could put it in the top 3. Yeah. Sorry if that was long-winded. When I was in middle school, I would keep so many pictures of Britney Spears, but growing up, I realized it was a bit too much and obsessive. I don't want to hate, but I feel like it gets too parasocial. Yeah, it is hard to, like, not find that, to, like, what am I saying? It is hard to, literally, what am I saying? It is hard to find that balance of not being too parasocially involved to the point where you're like, you almost lose who you are as a person because you're making your entire personality like this artist or this album, but also feeling free to enjoy what you enjoy and get excited about the things that you're excited about. I think that's equally as important. It is like, yeah, I've kind of had this feeling where I'm like, do I own too much Taylor Swift stuff? Like, it's not like I have, I mean, it feels like I don't have that much, but if I were to, like, spread it all out, I'd probably have a lot. And I kind of have dealt with this feeling of like, is this like celebrity worship? I don't want to be like weird like that. But also, if I enjoy her and I like the memorabilia I have from her, it's like owning sports gear or like a sports shirt, right? Like a jersey. I don't even know what they're called. A jersey. Is it that kind of vibe? You know, it's hard to find that balance. So, um, yeah, I think when I was a teenager, I was literally obsessed with One Direction. Like, it probably was a form of worship. I would get together with my friends, we would talk about them 24/7. I had my walls papered with posters, like top to bottom. I bought every single magazine that they were in. I was obsessed. Like 24/7 was thinking about them, talking about them with my friends. We really didn't talk about anything else but One Direction. And I'm so grateful I had that childhood. I can't say I'm not grateful I had that experience. I don't look back and think, oh, I was worshiping. I was just excited. You know what I mean? Like, I was just enjoying something. So, but I understand, like, now at this point in my life, if I was doing that, I would probably have to like do a reality check or something. Because I've evolved and I'm no longer 15 and I have, you know, if my entire room was papered with their posters, I mean, to each their own, but I would probably like have to chill out. Taylor does. She has 11 albums. I sometimes forget how much freaking music she has put out. Um, hold on. Oh my gosh. Wait. Whoa. This is not real. I'm looking at the drawing that I was sent from Okay, their username, Ken Cat. Okay, let me just spell it out. If you're interested in looking at their account, they're a realism artist on Instagram, okay? KenKatoBoydoll. So Ken Cato Boy Doll. Anyway, look at this amazing artwork, okay? This is a picture of Taylor Swift, obviously, 1989. Oh, that's one of my favorite albums too. How freaking good is that? You probably can't see all the detail. It's incredibly impressive. I'm kind of shook. Amazing work. I could never. How did you do that? On an iPad, I'm guessing? I don't know. So anyway, very impressed with that. Yes, I am excited for Bluebird by Lana. I hope it's a bit more hard-hitting than I can't imagine it's gonna be hard-hitting after hearing the first single. I feel like this is gonna be a really chill album. Obviously, I really like Henry Come On, but I'm hoping, like I don't know, I hope it, like, kind of contrasts with Henry Come On a little bit, like, maybe it's a little bit harder hitting, if that makes sense. I've always said this. If Taylor made Tortured Poets Department a 10-track album or a shorter album, it would be stronger. But my track list for my dream album of TTPD is going to be wildly different than the next person's. So who am I to say that only my favorite songs should be on the list? But I agree. If you can confidently name other interests outside of your favorite artists, yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, I literally had a One Direction Instagram fan account where all I would do is look on the internet, look at other people's Instagrams, whatever, to get photos of them and then post them on my fan account. And when I look back on that, I'm like, was that wasting my life? Probably. It probably was wasting my life. But at the same time, I didn't have anything better to be doing, I guess, if I was doing that. So I can't really hate on my former self, but I am kind of like, what was the point of that? I can't imagine having a fan account where and no hate to people who have fan accounts. I mean, you do you, but like, I can't imagine at this point in my life having a fan account where all I did was like look for pictures of Taylor Swift and then post them on an Instagram account. Like, what's the point of that? But when you're a teen and you're just living your life and it's fun to get invested in something. You know what I mean? You have no other responsibilities. Like, I mean, you don't have the responsibilities you do once you get older. So, yes, it is important to enjoy stuff unapologetically. Funny you mentioned Wendy. How did you feel when you found out about Liam? I felt honestly just very shocked. Like, I couldn't believe that that's what happened. I'm sure other people felt this as well, but like, it was just so surreal. It's still very surreal when I think about it. I think because obviously celebrities that I've known about have died over the years, but that was probably the first time. Not only was it someone I followed, like, I didn't really follow him recently with his solo music, but like, I knew more about him than a lot of other celebrities that had passed away. That mixed with the fact that he was so young and it was so unexpected and sudden, that all was like so shocking. And I didn't even really follow him in recent years. I'm sure it was a lot harder on the people who did follow him, or like obviously his family and friends, different thing. But yes, obviously very sad, very heartbroken that happened. Yeah, it was extremely shocking. Oh, you're embarrassed. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you. I wasn't trying to. I thought it was good. Yes, I agree, Big Baby Poodle. Actual artists don't get enough appreciation because of AI. And it sucks that sometimes like you can't tell what's AI and what's real. Like I'll be scrolling and I'll think that something's real and then it turns out to be AI and I'm like, why is this happening? I kind of hate RI or AI. AI. I don't hate it entirely because it does give us things like there have been some covers of like, you know how they do like the AI generated covers of like musical artists singing other songs and it's AI generated. And some of those are really good. And I'm like, I love AI in that moment, but it is very dystopian and freaky at the same time. Like I'm like, where are we? Like, are we in 2050 with like these AI music covers? Like it's just so freaky. Um Gabriel Henrique. Okay, I'll keep it in mind. Am I gonna do any more Britney? We'll see. I'm not opposed to it. I kind of I just get busy with the next artist. So, and then what happens is I get like I get on to the next artist that I'm like doing a series for. And then I'm like, I don't even know if there are still people watching me who like Britney, which I know is like not true. Obviously, I know people watch me who like Britney, but I don't know if the same interest is there. So then I just don't know if I should do it. But a lot of people still ask me about her. So I would say it's fair to assume there's still many Britney fans. What is her Britney fandom called? There's the Britney Army, the B Army. The B Army is still here. So hello, hello. I don't want to butcher your name, but I see you. Your top 3 are Reputation, TTPD, Speak Now, Fearless, 1989. That's quite a broad range. Like that's quite an eclectic bunch, might I say. I do think 1989 is probably top 3 for me with the re-recorded version. I don't know why, but I love that version so much more than the original. Probably unpopular. I know a lot of people like the older versions better. With that version, I highly prefer the new version, and I feel like it's made me appreciate it more. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't have any plans for Easter yet. The current time in the USA is 12:56 p.m. I don't think I've experienced the death of an artist that I listen to because if they're dead, they died before I listened to their music. Yes. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Like someone like Prince may have died before you listen to their music. Listen to his music. Maybe Prince isn't the best example. It depends how old you are. Because I didn't realize he only died in 2016. Like that feels like it was 2 years ago. I know it wasn't, but I thought he had died like a very long time ago. Okay. Um. Oh yeah, like Alia. Victoria Violet 1849. I have bad news. Okay. This is like almost embarrassing. Okay. So, if you're not familiar, I had tickets to see Mitski and I was really excited to go. And this was back in 2024. So, I bought the tickets in like January or something and the concert wasn't until maybe August. Like it was a long period of time in between when I got the tickets and the actual concert. And I forgot about the concert. This is the first time I've ever done that in my life. I'm like almost embarrassed to admit it because like who just forgets that they have concert tickets? Me, I did. So I basically threw that money away because I straight up forgot about the concert. I didn't go. And then the date passed. And one day I'm just like, oh shit. Sorry, that was loud. I'm just like, oh shit. And I realize that I forgot about it. Yeah, I know. I know. No one's kicking themselves more like me. And Mitski's great. Okay. It would have been so cool. I really wanted to see her. Like, I love her. It has nothing to do with like her personally. I just like blanked on the fact that I had bought tickets. So yeah. Oh no. Could I imagine a Lorde and Lana collab? The world would explode. I can't imagine that though. That would be so cool. Like, imagine a song that's kind of like ultra violence and melodrama had a sister or a baby. They had a baby, and it's kind of dark. And it's kind of like a slow, like mid-tempo. And both of their vocals are just on point. Yep, I see it. I see it. George Michael died in 2016. Yeah, I would have guessed it was way before that. You did not believe Madonna was dead. Really? Stop. Did you really? She would give Lorde the bridge. And Lorde would eat the bridge up. I'm just laughing because every time you're in the chat, you like do all caps for every single message you send. It always cracks me up. I find it very funny. I don't want you to stop. I think it's very funny. I'm sorry I never vibed to Lorde. It's just not my taste. And that's fine. To each their own. This is why I will just never understand why some people get so mad at like other people not vibing with an artist. Like, as long as they're being respectful, who cares? But that's where like fandom culture gets toxic, right? Is like when you judge someone and hate someone just because they don't vibe with the same artist. Like, who cares? How does it affect your life? Pure Heroine is so good. It's so good. It's so timeless. Timeless. Like, it will never go out of style. Cue Style by Taylor Swift. But like, it is so freaking timeless. One of the most timeless albums ever. Is it? It might be. Low-key hate when there's a super incredible collab and the other artist only sings for 3 seconds. Period. That's why I love a song like Born Again, because they're all featured. They're like, they have equal parts in the song, I believe. I haven't like done the math, but I believe they have like equal parts. They all have their moment to shine. They all do an incredible job of like bringing their own style to the song. That is a collab. When both artists kind of have not only their moment to like sing or whatever, or rap, but they are also bringing their style into the song. I hate it when a collab is like only one artist is really having their sound or like their vibe brought in, and then the other artist, it just feels like, why are you even here? Because you're just like awkwardly inserting yourself without a real vibe change. Say something nice about Katie going to space. I thought it was really cute when she shouted out her daughter. Like, she was like, this is second to becoming a mom. I honestly almost cried. I'm not even kidding, because I thought that was sweet. Because like, she clearly loves being a mom. And I love that. Like, I love that. It's really sweet. And I love it when people like just love being moms. I just think it's really sweet. And like, anyway, so it was sweet that she said it was second to being a mom. It got me in my feels. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Did Born Again flop? I will say it didn't get its moment like it deserved, and that's on that period. I feel like, honestly, I think music culture just moves on so quickly from songs these days. And I do this too. So like, I'm not coming from like a place of like, I'm part of that, like I'm in the culture too, doing the same thing. But like, we move on so quickly from a song. And like, back when I was a youngin', okay, a song had a full moment. Like, it had weeks at the top of the chart. And obviously there is music that does that today, but I feel like if there was a song from a popular artist, like, it was like talked about for so much longer. And now we're just like, there's so much more music. It's oversaturated. The market's oversaturated. And also we have shorter attention spans, just objectively, from like TikTok and all of that. Like our attention spans are as a whole diminished. We are now just moving on so quickly to like the next thing, the next album. Like there's no time to marinate on any of the music that comes out. In your time. Yeah, I'm 28, so I'm fully aware of how that sounded, because I'm not like some 80-year-old woman who like really can say, you know, back in my day. But back in my day when I was 13 or 15, yes, it's because of TikTok. I do think that's a big part of it. This made me laugh, but it's kind of a sad laugh because it's true. Hate that the space Katie gets so much attention when the world is literally falling apart. I think it's getting so much attention because the world is falling apart. First of all, people need something to laugh about. People need something to like lift their spirits. And if they can laugh at the fact that Katy Perry is going to space while the world is burning, they want to do that. Like myself included, I've been laughing at the memes and I've been laughing at the parodies. I have. I literally did that 5 minutes before starting this live. I was laughing my ass off at a parody I saw online. That's part of it. And then part of it is like, it's getting attention for being so out of touch. Like she's going to space for what? Like for what purpose? For, spending $1 million to go to space. So it's getting a lot of attention in the negative sense as well, because people can't believe that while there's so much going on in the world and like most people can't even afford freaking like groceries for their family with inflation and all of that, she's going to space. You know what I'm saying? Why am I getting so deep about this? I don't know. The memes are so good. Here's the thing. I live for memes. So anytime something happens in pop culture, whether it's good, bad, obviously I don't want like bad things to be happening. But even if something like bad happens or cringy or whatever, I know that the memes are going to serve me. And is that self-centered to think that way? Yeah, it is. It is. How long have you been a Swiftie? I've been a Swiftie since I was like 15, 13. I don't know. This is sending me. Not everyone gets a chance to go to space with this sent me. I don't know why. Yeah. What threw me off the most was like, I imagine, okay, listen, here's the thing. If I were to go up in a capsule and see the Earth from high up, like from the stratosphere or whatever, and come back down to Earth, I'm sure I would have the same reaction of being kind of in this high, right? Like you're like in this high of having that experience. But when Katie did that interview where she was like, all we need is love, I was like, girl, are you okay? But I'm sure I would be just as like taken aback, right? So I can't really judge because I would have the same reaction. She kissed the ground. I don't know if I would do that in public. I think I would do it in my head. Like I would come down, I would be so grateful to be back, and I'd be like, okay, I'm kissing the ground. But do I think I would do it in front of cameras? No. I don't know. Space tourism. It's weird. It's just weird. I don't know. Yes, Sandra, memes are a lifeline. I think they keep us sane and connected, laughing together, even if it's just in front of screens. Exactly. Yes, Nova, I am going in July. I'm so excited to the Mayhem Ball. I managed to get tickets by the grace of God. Oh, that's a Katy Perry song. By the grace of God, there was no other way. Now me singing off key again. Katie, because Katie kissed the ground and she liked it. I saw that in a comment today and I laughed so hard. That was one of the funniest takes I've seen on it. They went on 20 minutes. Yeah, I will never stand for her being called an astronaut after leaving for 11 minutes. You're not an astronaut, babe. Like, you're not. It's, in my opinion, I guess by the technical definition, maybe they are. Like, maybe the definition of astronaut is like someone who is in space or something. So technically, I guess she's an astronaut, but I will never call her an astronaut in my heart of hearts. Did it really cause a lot of pollution? It probably did. Thank you, Nova. Last Friday night. Who spent money better, Katie on her space trip or J-Lo? Stop. Or J-Lo on her expensive music film, This Is Me Now. And which brought about better memes? I think that's the more pertinent question. Oh, you're seeing Beyonce. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be just as iconic, I'm sure. On your birthday of all days. I hope she like sees you in the crowd and sings happy birthday. Like, put a sign up or something. Maybe she'll sing you happy birthday. Yes. I think the thing about it, so like I'm not a big fan of calling people out of touch, like just willy-nilly. I feel like that phrase out of touch has been overused. But I do think it's a bit out of touch for her to like go to space, spend $1 million, and then like she didn't really acknowledge her privilege. Or like, I don't know, it just felt kind of out of touch. And then she comes back down and she's like, we're all connected, like we're all the same, like everything is love. And I'm like, it kind of reminded me of when Gal Gadot sang that song during COVID, whatever song they sang, and like, you know what I mean? Maybe Katie is just trying to make the world a better place and spread love. Who am I to judge? But it felt a little bit out of touch. And I don't use that word lightly. I don't say that term often. Like, I don't just throw it around. But that's my honest opinion. You hope Katie doesn't get sick from kissing the ground. I think she'll be fine. I probably should go soon and eat lunch. Time just flies when I'm on these live streams. I don't know why. I like look up and I'm like, I've been living for 4 hours. I'm sorry, the caps is just sending me. It makes me laugh every time. They never fully went to space. They were in the last layers of atmosphere. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a map of their route and it was like it was so funny. It was like they went up and then like this is like if this is like the line of the atmosphere, like they went up like this much and then like they came back down. I don't know. It was like very funny, to be honest. But like if I went that far up into space, I very well may make it my entire personality. So can I really judge when I would probably do the same thing? Like I would probably come down and be like, "Oh my god, guys, like love is everything." Like I'm just like I'm so in love with women. Like the fact that we had a female crew. Like I would probably say the same shit, to be honest. So who am I to judge? But I will judge because we all judge at the end of the day. What's with celebrities making shitty albums like Sia? What album does Sia do? J-Lo and maybe Mariah Carey. I don't know. What's up with that? Ooh-wee. Do you like Justin Bieber? Not really. He's probably one of my least favorite celebrities, to be honest. He has some good songs. Hi, Chris. It's fine if you're late. The space trip was so woman's world. It's true. Thanks, Warren, LMFAO. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm saying. Justin Bieber, listen. He has some good songs. I couldn't stand his album Justice. Okay, here's the thing. When I was younger and he released certain albums, like Journals, okay, I ate that shit up. I was like kind of a little bit of a believer. I actually saw him live when I was like 2 years old. I was kind of a Bieber fan. And then you grow up, your taste changes, whatever. And I just grew to kind of dislike him. Like overall, just in general, I think he's incredibly talented vocally. Like that's something you can't deny. He has talent within him, right? And he released his album Justice. And I was like, okay, this is a really cool concept for an album. Like he wants to bring justice. And it was like the biggest joke ever. Like, because it was basically just a bunch of songs about how much he loved his wife mixed in with like MLK, like giving speeches in the interlude. And it was so bizarre because I was like, I thought the whole point of this album was justice, but all it is you talking about how much you love your wife. So I'm sorry if you love that album. Okay. You do you, bestie. You do you. But yeah, after that came out, I was like, I feel like he's all talk and we're not getting any, like, it's just, I don't know. I just didn't vibe with him after that. And yeah, so I don't really pay him any mind. I think I blocked him on Instagram straight up. I think I blocked him and I don't really like engage. So it's like, it doesn't affect my life. You know what I mean? Like he can do whatever he wants. It won't affect me because I'm not following him. I blocked him. Gracie on Coachella. Lizzo did not release new music. Did she? I feel like I'm being trolled constantly. I mean, I don't follow Lizzo, so oh, she did. She released a single. Okay. I thought you were trolling me. I don't know why. Oh, I hope he's okay. I don't wish him any harm, obviously. Gosh darn it. Like, no, I heard about Ava Max at Coachella cutting her hair. I didn't see it yet. Ed Sheeran, the man that you are. Sorry, I'm just laughing. Sparkle Jump Rope Queen. He had one good song. I'm just laughing at the typo. I'm 12 years old. I need a reaction to Number One Angel by Charlie XCX. I'm so sorry. I can't. I already listened to it. It was years ago. I mean, it was like a couple years ago back when I was doing Charlie's discography that I never finished, but I did some of her albums. I didn't like it. And yeah, I didn't like it. The one song that I did really like off it was Emotional. But overall, it was not my vibe. It was not my thing. Yeah. So I'm sorry. Oh, that's sad. I really hope you're wrong too. Do you know the new Lizzo drama, her calling Britney Spears a Janet impersonator? I did not know that. No, the only Lizzo drama I'm tuned into was the backup dancers saying that she fat shamed them, which is so ironic because her entire brand is being body positive. So after that came out, I lost respect for her. So, I mean, I never really like followed her music a lot. Like I love some of her songs like Juice and About Damn Time is it's a catchy moment, but I never really like followed her. But then once that stuff came out, I'm like, okay, not in the mood for that. Not interested, love. Wait, what is this from? Why does that remind me of something? Keep it sticky, icky like lip gloss. I'm probably gonna have to go soon and go eat my lunch. So I'll answer like 3 more questions. I've been live streaming for like 5 hours. I don't even know what I'm Oh, it's been so long. Okay, 3 hours. Thanks, guys, for being here, especially if you've been here the whole time. You're a real one, and I love you so much. Oh my gosh, you've had a whole bottle of wine. Are you okay? Like, are you okay? Sometimes I read your comments out of context, like before I see what you're responding to, and it makes me laugh. Like I just saw this one that said help, and I was like, what? No, I wasn't. I haven't been live for 5 hours, but can you imagine? Give us a Britney Spears hot take. Oh, I do have a Britney Spears hot take, and it's piping. It's piping. Her In the Zone album is not one of her best. Yep. Yeah. I don't like that album very much. For so long I was afraid to say that because I was terrified that Britney fans would like send me death threats, to be honest, but I don't like it that much. And if you love it, that's totally fine. If you think it's her best album, that's totally fine. No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I just oh, Lip Gloss is a Charlie XCX song. No, I don't hate it. I just think it's a bit too diverse sonically for me. Like, I'm all fine with a diverse album sonically, but I don't know, just the way it goes all over the place. I just, you haven't forgiven me. I don't blame you. Blackout in the Zone. That's my opinion. That's my personal, yep. But I'm done sugarcoating and being like, oh, I like it. I mean, I never said I liked it when I didn't, but I think like I was so afraid to just be authentically honest and be like, yeah, I don't really like it. And here we are. Now I'm saying that. So, Lizzo is the best. I don't know about that, but anyway, what else? Circus, yeah, Circus is good. Does anyone like Britney Jean? No, I'm just kidding. But I actually didn't hate it as much as I thought I would. I think there were some songs that I actually kind of vibed with. Or, I mean, they were fine. Like, I don't listen to them. But they weren't as terrible as I thought they would be. So, but thank you, Big Baby Poodle. I agree. I always love it when people are honest, whether they like something or not, whether it's popular or not. Like, yeah. Femme fatale, true. Okay, 2 more questions. Anyone have any questions, concerns? I don't follow her so I was like, it's not like I would know if she released music, but I also feel like I would have heard about it because you know how About Damn Time was like all over TikTok? I'm not even on TikTok, so what am I saying? But I thought I would have heard of it. Why am I laughing like that? Like it's fake. It sounds like a fake laugh, but it's not. 3 hours stream new record. Sometimes when I laugh, it sounds fake. My friends have given me a hard time about this, but like I also have like 10 different laughs. Okay. I have like different laughs for different situations. Like that was my little giggle. Anyway, is Melanie releasing new music? I'm not freaking ready. Because I feel like every time she releases music, like it's going to be a whole thing. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be an era. It's going to be a whole new experience and soundscape and visual landscape. It's going to be a whole thing. Capital T thing. So I'm not ready. Okay, one more question. Big Baby Poodle. I'm not burning myself out. Well, not intentionally. I'm having fun. I won't be here. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't having fun. Okay, cool. Thanks, Chris. Oh, she's been teasing? Okay, I haven't seen how haven't I seen that? I follow her. How do I just, like, miss things sometimes? I don't know where people get this information. I know, thank you for the reminder, honestly. Okay, last question. I'll just repeat this for anyone who's just joining or doesn't know. I have seen the opening 4 songs of Gaga. The opening was Bloody Mary, Abracadabra, Judas, and then Shiza. And then I stopped watching partially because I was too tired to continue. I wanted to like fully appreciate it. It's obviously like incredible, the production value, the vocals so crisp and clear and beautiful. And she's doing like different versions of the songs, and she's doing the old, she's doing the new, very exciting. And partially because I wanted to react to the rest of the performance. I was like, I can't go into Garden of Eden without experiencing this with the people who watch me. Okay. I was like, it just doesn't feel right. But on this live stream, some people have informed me that the copyright issues are like very intense and people are having a really hard time with their videos getting blocked. So TBD on if I will do a reaction, or I might just do a live stream where I chat with you guys about my thoughts and whatever after I watch it. Like I could literally stop watching and then hop on a live and be like, this is what happened. I might do a PowerPoint presentation. I don't know. We were discussing different options earlier in the live stream. So we will see what works out, but I need to watch it in some capacity, obviously. So yeah, I will let you guys know. I will keep you updated. Maybe I'll be live in the next few days with my thoughts. Okay. You never know. You just never know when I'll hop on here. I'm very unhinged. So, yep. Lorde's music is coming. I'm so excited. So melodrama. Yep. Okay. Well, bye. Thanks so much for joining me, guys, especially if you've been here for a while. I appreciate you so much for being here. These are so fun. I'm so grateful you guys keep showing up. Thank you. So I will see you soon. Love you. Bye.